Welcome everyone to the JungleCast Podcast. I am your host Dre Montana, along with Lolex, MelyThaPirate, and DeepVoiceKam. And today we got a very special guest. She's a variety streamer that mainly plays indie games, but like to dabble with different type of game genres. Plus, she likes to think of her streams as a good place for people to decompose and enjoy her content overall. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome OSoSillyMe's to the podcast. How you doing today, Silly?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. It's Saturday, so I don't have to work this weekend. So I'm happy.
Mhm.
I don't have to work.
True. Same.
How you doing though?
Mhm. I'm doing good. Enjoying my off day. Got to sleep in some, so that was probably the best part of my day so far.
Yep. Especially when you get older, you start to appreciate sleep more. I realize that once you get older, you appreciate sleep.
Very much so. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You appreciate that sleep very much. So all right, let's
hmm
get started. So where did the name "Oh So Silly Me" come from?
I think high school, because I think that was just one of those like just taglines just given to me from my friends. Just like, oh, you're so silly, and then with making a game tag once I started getting into like gaming more with consoles and stuff, and I was just like, sure, let's just run with that.
Okay, that's a good name though. Very simple, very unique, but simple but unique. So what was your first console that you ever started on? Not like on stream, but like just overall.
Technically, my first console was a shared one between me and my brother, and it was the GameCube.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Which
technically
which color was it? What color you remember what color the GameCube
purple.
was?
It
Purple?
was purple. Yeah,
Okay.
the default purple.
Yeah, I had the black
The black one.
Nintendo GameCube before. And my first game
Mm,
on there was True Crime Streets of LA, which I had no
mm,
business playing at that time because I was just under the
I'm
age,
sure.
but
I'm sure.
Word.
you know,
Yeah, mine was Super Mario Sunshine. Hey, Silly, you a way better sibling than I was. I told my sister like, you want like, what you doing? Like looking at it and touching it,
Oh no, I
like
was the younger sibling. It was technically my brother's, but he was
I,
allowing me to share it with him. And
I was
we,
the young, yeah, I was the younger
yeah.
sibling too. Came home one
hmm
day, she and her friends were playing, and like, hey, I don't have your fucking
hmm
name on it.
hmm
damn.
I
Well, for
think
me,
my first
oh, go ahead.
GameCube game was either it was either Mario Party 4 or Double Dash, I think.
Those some games
hmm
of the shit.
And then the other one I know I played a lot was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which is still one of my favorites till this
Mhm.
day.
mm
They should make a remake of that or remastered. Let me just
I
say a
would say a
remaster.
remaster just because the
Remaster,
storyline
yeah,
is really good in that game. They would
Hmm
just need to up the graphics and take out the glitches and bugs in that game because it is bug galore.
yeah.
So what was
I
your?
saw like oh my bad, Joe.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I saw like a leak or something or like a rumor or something that's saying Nintendo they were gonna start selling like the GameCube controllers. So like they had those for like the online thing they got. So
Hmm.
hmm
we might be getting GameCube games back. I'm hoping. So
That'd be
On
cool.
Switch,
yeah.
they got the Game Boy, then the Super Nintendos, and then the 1064, and then they might bring in the GameCube.
Yeah, they got
Mm-hmm.
classic NES, Super NES, Sega Genesis. They have a lot.
If they bring the GameCube, I might have to upgrade my expansion.
Ooh, let them bring them GameCube games. They better make sure
hmm
they put all the good ones on there. I know that much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, Nintendo's going to hear from me personally.
So what was the first game you ever played on the GameCube, silly? If you could remember.
I want to say, I think it was like a rocket power game.
Ooh,
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I remember that
Mm.
game. Yes, I actually got
yeah.
it. I actually got it for one of my emulators on the
Hmm.
PC. I had to get it.
Mm,
But that
It was
was one
like
of
one of
my
my
favorite
favorite
games
games.
right there.
hmm
Especially the TV show.
Oh yeah, I love
Goated.
rocket power. Growing up.
Classic.
Hmm
hmm
Now they just showing some bull. I don't like the cartoons they have now. They showing some bull on there. I'm like cartoons no more. I just can't do it.
I
Can't.
mean, at this point, I'm just like, well, it's not for us anymore. It's official.
Yeah, it's not for us no
Yeah.
more.
It's
You
a
know.
different generation now.
Yeah, this generation soft, but I'm just leave it at that. I'm just leaving it at that.
I can take no jokes. Everything is cancel culture. Like,
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
But y'all remember the Boondocks? The
Yeah.
Boondocks never died with this age. Like, oh, that's the funniest shit in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boondocks.
yeah,
Boondocks, The
that's classic.
Simpsons, Family Guy, like all them shows.
I mean, look. I mean, because the Simpsons and the Family Guy and South Park, they still out to this day. I don't know how
That's
they are.
another one, South Park.
It's like I don't know how South Park get away with a lot of shit, but they do, and it's
Stuff,
still
yeah,
alive.
yeah, they get away with it, and that's why it's still
Apparently
funny.
yeah, apparently. Well, I don't remember because I have friends who still watching and stuff. They say it's not the same. It's half the time from what they feel like. A lot of it's more just for like shock culture type situation with most of their
Yeah.
episodes versus like how it was where it was still funny but still a little crass, but it was still like funny to watch and it
Mhm.
flowed.
Y'all remember that show on Comedy Central, Drawn Together? Y'all remember that show?
Oh God.
Mm,
Trying to get
mm.
such. Oh God.
Oh man, I
I'm
was.
surprised they got more than one season. I'm surprised. I was like, oh, there's 2 seasons.
Mhm. I need to. I might have. You know what? I gotta use this website that my nephew sent me, and they still have it on that website because I might have to watch it tonight or sometime this week. I have to watch it.
That show was wild. They
Like I
got
said,
away with so much.
so much,
Mhm.
so much.
So
So
I low
what's
key kind of like shows like that though because they offend everybody. Like it's
mm-hmm.
not just a specific group of people. It's like no, we're offending every single person possible,
Mm-hmm.
including ourselves.
And then at that time there was no such thing as cancel culture. Either you laugh at it or you just don't watch it. That's it. Nowadays, we show things like that, they'll try to cancel the fuck out of it out of nowhere. Well,
And they put it all over the internet, which is something that wasn't as advanced as it was during that time.
yeah, I mean, you still had controversies going on with social media back then, but like not like to a level how it is now. You know.
That's what I'm saying. It's not to a
Yeah,
point to
yeah.
where the whole TikTok police decides to show up and talk about it.
Mm-hmm. That's why criminals who be doing stuff, who be videotaping their criminal shit, please don't put it on social media because cops do watch it, and these criminals don't understand. Like, people in the police department have people to watch shit on social media day in and day out.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Social media has become the new police. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People be snitching on themselves.
Exactly. World's dumbest criminals. Live in 4K.
Exactly. See, we got 4K too. That's another thing. Ooh, child. So, what inspired you to start streaming and or creating content?
I think my biggest inspiration was probably watching the YouTubers that I was watching during the time where I was kind of doing like the YouTube like Let's Plays and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to say probably my biggest influences with those was like Markiplier and Corey
Mm,
Extension, like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So watching them play, and then at the time I was in a relationship, so he was also helping, like, set up everything. He's just like, why don't you do this? It's like, I don't know, I don't think I could. I was like, no, do it. And I started on a YouTube, and then we transferred into Twitch, and here I am.
yeah, I
And I
remember. Yeah, because I remember watching Markiplier as well on YouTube back when he was doing like the whole Five Nights at Freddy's videos.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Those are my favorite
Yeah.
ones. Those are the type of games
Mm-hmm.
I
I
will
think.
not play.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
Like,
played the first one. I won't play anything past that. It got really complicated after that. I'm just gonna watch. This has gotten it to be very intense now.
I
Yeah. For
can't.
me, it's like YouTubers I watch. They had to be funny. So Dashy, Etika,
Hmm.
Yeah,
Garissa
editing and
Soul. Oh my
stuff.
God, he
Yeah.
was so funny. And
Mm-hmm.
who else? It's like, and I think the one I still watch today, Maximilian. Or it's like you get a video game, but you got to be entertaining to me. And like all three of them were hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But yeah, so Lex, who are your favorite YouTubers that you watch, or do you watch any YouTubers?
Well, y'all basically named them already.
Oh, we just named them all
only,
already.
only additions
Took
I
them
would
all.
add for sure would be RDC Roll because they're actually pretty funny too.
They're
Yeah,
hilarious.
they're really
Hmm.
funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause it's Markiplier. Who else? The Rad Brad, Chris Smooth, Steve
Mm-hmm.
Martin. Those are the ones I
I used
really
to,
watch on YouTube. Which one?
I used to watch Ghost Robo and like Tetra Ninja. I think that is that his name? Yeah. So I would have to watch them to be like, okay, yeah, I'm missing stuff in this game, especially like, God, what was the game I played that I couldn't find stuff? I would just go to their channels, like, okay, did he find it? Okay, I'll just use that.
That's a good. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing you said, Cam. So, have I ever? This y'all can answer this. Anybody can answer this. Have I ever like you get stuck during like you get stuck at a certain point in the game, and then you might have to
Every
go
Zelda game,
every Zelda
every
game.
Zelda
So
game.
you know I'm about to ask, right? You know I was about to ask. So y'all ever go on YouTube to find out how to do this part where you get stuck in the game?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did. Yeah, I do that
I did
sometimes.
that. I did
I'll
that
do it on stream.
I did that this week. I did it for Wukong. I'm like, okay, wait. Like the chat was trying to help me. I was like, you know, fuck it. Just pulled up my phone. I was like, oh, okay, it's that way. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, for
Listen, we're in that time to where we can just literally do that. We don't have to go in a damn magazine and try to look at secrets and shit no more.
Oh
It's right there in
Exactly.
plain
god,
sight on YouTube.
Oh, I miss those. I miss those days.
Mm-hmm.
dude, I had the Super Smash Bros. Brawl book, and I was trying to find.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to find every secret for what's called subspace. And we were like, okay, we were just backtracking back and forth. It's like, where the fuck is Toon Link? And then we finally found him. Thank God.
I remember those cheat codes.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had, like I remember they had a big old magazine or book dedicated to like every game and it had like their own little cheat codes and stuff on there. You gotta press R1, left one, R1, L1, up, down, X. I'm like, that's just so much, but hey, it'd be fun. Back then, you had to worry about no damn achievements. You just play the game as much as you want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you knew you completed it when you found all the secrets.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Let's see. All right. Okay, so silly. What were some of your biggest challenges that you faced when you started out?
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
I feel like
Mm.
that's a really big one because especially you get overwhelmed with learning everything for the first time, and especially when you do all the troubleshooting. Like when I first started, it was YouTubing, so it was just like constantly trying to figure out how to do editing. Is this good editing? Is it bad rendering? Trying to figure everything out, and then you're always in your head wondering, is this good enough? Am I funny enough? Is this good content? So I feel a lot of that is just a lot of like mental blocks that you kind of have to overcome after a while. And then it's just a lot of trials and tribulations, I feel like, within your own self that you have to overcome before you get more established and into it.
I feel like the editing part is kind of hard in a way because you always got like this might be that one little thing that you might have to fix, and it just bothers the hell out of you.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that sometimes, man. I really hate that sometimes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
don't remind me, because that happened for my first premiere of Mario Party 4 Hard Mode, and I was pissed off. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just roll with the punches and let people know editing ain't gonna be perfect. This is what it is.
Yeah,
It's still
yeah.
great content. The audio's just a little off by like maybe a second or two, but y'all still got the content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to edit videos and put them on YouTube. I just gotta like take a day and just like really figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I think like Twitch streaming is just like streaming and not posting videos. Streaming is just like kind of more convenient. It's like okay, I'm home, have free time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm basically like especially for my channel, I'm just playing the game and the camera's on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do want to figure it out though.
I ain't gonna say like editing ain't hard, but it's not easy. Especially you gotta get the right angle, the right sound, the right quality, like the
Mhm.
right cut scenes and stuff like that. And then you want to put like music, and then sometimes too like you try to find ways where like you might play music in the game that might be like might be a possible copyright, and then when you post it on YouTube, they'll tell you that they can't post it on there because of copyright music. Then you gotta figure out how to take that off, and it's just that's a lot. It really is a lot.
In other words, YouTube is a piece of work.
Yeah, YouTube is it's a whole different ballgame. Every little like say if you play Kingdom Hearts, right? Kingdom Hearts games,
Oh God.
I know some people.
Yeah.
I know some people who play Kingdom Hearts though. Like they said that their VODs can't be saved while playing that game because of copyright music wise. So I'm like,
as if Disney doesn't make enough money, right? As if Disney just doesn't make enough money. Like, okay, yes, you put the music in the game, I can stream it. Like, what's the problem?
they're just greedy. Like every
They are
company is
greedy.
greedy. No matter how much money they make, they still want more. They still want more at the end of the day now. All right, y'all got any questions for Silly?
So silly.
Go
My
ahead.
question to you would be, how did you get into indie games and this indie genre? Because I've only
Mhm.
played a couple. I'm really more of a AAA kind of guy. I have played, Cuphead and Hollow
Mhm.
Knight. Whenever the new one comes out, I hope I'll still be,
Mhm.
alive.
Right.
How did you get into
Sure.
the indie genre?
Hmm. I like finding different games. I like finding like games either if it's just like I just happened to find it or someone just was like, "Hey, this seems like a game you'd like. I want to see you play it." And just like I don't know. It's just like I guess in a way it's almost kind of like a treasure hunt for games, and I just like finding different ones to play.
Mhm.
I guess I just I don't know. I feel like I'm just like one of those people who are just like I'm always just up for something new. And while you can have like your phase or like your go-to games for stuff, and I don't know, I just like just throw random things into the loop, just like I feel like playing something different. Let's see, like a puzzle game or a spooky game, or you know, oh, I found this one interesting shooter game or something like that. So I don't know, I just like mixing it up, and I like finding different stuff that I haven't seen or heard of before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
When it comes to indie games though, I feel like there's a lot of indie games that's way better than AAA games. You know,
Hmm.
like and the indie games be for the price they be having for those indie games, it'd be good prices. Definitely be some good prices. And
Mhm.
I like playing indie games more than AAA games because it well depends on the story, the characters,
Mm-hmm.
the mechanics and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that's about it for me. So other than you playing those indie games, what are your top three genre games that you enjoy playing?
I would say story driven. I like adventure type games.
Okay.
And I like puzzles. I like puzzle games. I like the games that make me think a lot.
Mm, I can't. I can't
No,
do puzzle games. Nah, I
no,
can't.
big brain games.
Well, Dre got mad once
I
Yes.
actually just played one
he
not too
couldn't
long
figure it
ago.
out.
It
Like
was
what
actually
what game did you get mad that you couldn't figure out?
What game did I get mad at? There's a lot. There's a lot of games that I get mad when I don't
I'm
figure
about to
shit
say
out.
which game did he not get?
I'm
Right,
like
right.
puzzle
That would be
game
my
wise, like
question.
specifically, like what's making you say you don't like puzzle games?
Let's see. See. It would have to be the Uncharted games that I could think of. The Uncharted games.
Those
um
aren't hard.
they're not that bad.
Pause.
I love puzzle games. I
Uh,
love like
Yes.
anything that makes you think like you gotta work
Mhm.
for something. Yeah.
Mhm. That's me.
I mean, there's
I
other.
did have to look some shit up though in this
Mm-hmm.
inside the last time I was streaming. And I to backtrack on that a little bit, I hate looking things up. It makes me feel like
Mm,
I'm
it
the
makes me
same.
feel like a cheater. I'm not gonna lie. Like I want my brain to figure it out. Like if I hadn't been streaming, I probably would have sat there and like spent
Mm.
hours trying to figure that out for real.
man, listen, look.
I'm
But
the
I was streaming, so I was like, I'm wasting everybody's time right now.
Man,
Aw.
listen, look. If I'm playing a game for X amount of hours and at a point where my brain is all done up and I gotta think of how to pass this part, I'm going on YouTube. Sorry, stream. Y'all gonna be looking at me on my phone on stream trying to figure this shit out. I'm sorry.
That's me with Lego
Look, I
games.
respect it. I respect it. I just feel
That's
like that's
yeah.
just my
Mm.
You
my
know,
thing.
The Legend of Zelda, that's a whole complete fucking game right there. The whole Legend of Zelda,
Right.
the Breath of the
Mhm.
Wilds and Tears of the Kingdom. You go inside
Mhm.
those dungeons to complete those little tasks or
Oh,
whatever, those
the
trials.
shrines, yeah, the
Mhm.
Yeah.
shrines, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going on YouTube,
Mhm.
bro. Cause like there's too many of them. And then some of them are just hard as hell to do. Like some of them are kind
No.
of easy, but some of them just like difficult as hell. So I'll be going on YouTube and trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though? Like the shrines and stuff, those are like way easier than like the previous Zelda games, dungeons and like temples and shit like that. Like I remember, God, was it Wind Waker? I was like, okay, like, where the hell do I go? What the hell do I do?
Gosh.
Yeah, like those took hours, and it's just like, and then when you finally figured out, it's like, mother.
Don't not like I said, I never really played any of the Zelda games other than Breath of the Wild, which I beaten. Took me like a whole 3 months to beat that damn game. And Tears of the Kingdom, I have not played that game for like a couple months now because one, that game too damn long. Two, there's too many side quests. And there was a third one, but I forgot about it. But yeah, it just overall it's just too damn long. Too
Probably the
complex.
dragons.
Yeah. Too much. So Silly, what is your typical day looks like before you start streaming?
I mean, on the usual, probably like right after work, like right after I get home and change and whatnot. Um, but outside of that, honestly, I really don't be trying to do too much on my off days. I'll sleep in, like I'll just like get my day started, maybe watching some TV or something, or get some food. Like I'm really, honestly, I'm pretty boring.
Yeah.
I'm pretty boring outside of streaming. I'm pretty boring. I don't do nothing for real.
That's okay. I'm pretty boring
Fine.
too. You know what I'm saying? Especially on your off days, you just want to chill. You don't want to do shit. I completely understand where you're coming from, Silly. Like on your off days, you just don't want to do shit. You probably just want to game, watch TV, and that's it.
And then we're thrown back at work where we don't want to be because our off time is never
Yeah.
enough time.
Oh,
Yep.
the
That's
week,
a whole another conversation.
the win,
Man.
That's
but
a whole another conversation.
the weekend just fly past by. Then when the weekday comes, just want to take their slow time to end.
Mhm.
Ooh, child, I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate it.
Yep.
For no reason.
No reason at all. I'm like, damn. When would the weekend come? Like right now, today's
As soon as it
Saturday.
get here, it's gone in
Well,
2
It don't feel
seconds.
like
Like,
Saturday. It don't even feel like Saturday for real.
I don't.
Mm-mm.
It don't really feel like a Saturday to me.
Mm-mm. Feels like a Monday I got to sleep in on. That's what it
Mm,
feels like for me.
mm. So let me see. Let's see. Anybody got any questions for Silly? I know Lex, you got one.
Well, Cam did ask one of the questions I had about the
Okay.
indie games, but I also wanted to ask, how long have you been streaming?
So when I first did YouTube, this was back in like I want to say 2015, 16, somewhere around there, and then transition into Twitch like a year or two after. And I was doing good, but around the pandemic, roughly, I took like a year or two hiatus just because of some personal issues that were going on. And then I came back into it. So almost 2 years ago now, roughly 2022, I came back into it. So just essentially like picking back on like the grind of things within the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess all in all, damn, that's almost 10 years.
10 years you've been streaming overall?
Ew. Well, we're just gonna cut it down to like we're gonna say 6, 7 years because it's hiatus wise, and technically with Twitch itself, it's been more like 6.
Okay. And which
Oh,
platform?
wow.
And which platform you prefer to stream on? You rather stream on Twitch or YouTube? Like, which platform is better?
Most of it has been through Twitch, but I'm honestly trying to get back into YouTubing.
Have you ever?
Um,
Okay.
hmm,
And I was gonna say, have you ever considered doing multi-stream, like stream both on Twitch and
that's what
YouTube?
I'm thinking about. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Just like having my content there, because I have TikTok too. I haven't streamed on TikTok yet, but I do have content on there. So I'm
Same.
thinking about doing multi-streaming on
Same,
all
yeah.
3. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard streaming on TikTok, it causes a little bit more problems than needed, especially I've heard the restrictions and guidelines are a lot more strict.
Yeah, you have to be really
So
careful. Yeah.
yeah, I don't, and also you gotta like have its own software. It's just it's a lot.
Yeah, I was trying to set up TikTok using like the verticals on OBS, but I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to do it. I'm just
Me
lazy.
too. Yeah.
I'm just lazy. Like I want to multi-stream, but it's like just
Yeah,
to add
it's a
in,
whole learning craft.
and then like
Mhm.
I heard that every time you're about to stream on YouTube, you gotta put on a whole new stream key. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I said, every time you stream on YouTube, you gotta get a whole new stream key every time you go live with that. I'm like, bro, that's too much. Too much. You know what I'm saying? So again,
Doesn't surprise
correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
I have no idea, so I can't correct anything that I don't know.
Never
I'll be
streamed on
real.
YouTube. I've only posted on. I've never streamed on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm-
because that was new within the last roughly 5 years, wasn't it? That it's new now. You can stream on YouTube.
I think so.
I want to
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Yeah, because when I was first posting on there, that wasn't a thing yet. Like you could only post content, but you couldn't stream on there yet.
Okay.
Right.
I was gonna say now too. I'll just post my YouTube stuff I only post my content on YouTube. That's it. That's the only thing I use my YouTube channel for. Just post my content, my video games, my podcasts, and yeah, that's about it. And then streaming wise, it's
I
just
use
all on
YouTube
Twitch.
to save my VODs like forever. That's why I put it on there.
Okay, yeah. That's another thing too. You can do that too. It's just to save your VODs. Put them on
Right.
put them on YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah.
Mhm.
Let me see. I had a question too. Hold on. I had another question. See
Mhm.
I
here.
have some.
Oh, go ahead. No.
Okay. What is your least favorite game mechanic?
As far as what?
So like you know how like some games expect you to like pick a choice within a certain amount of time, or like double jumping or ducking in side scrollers, like something that you when it comes up and it's something you have to do in the game, you like kind of roll your eyes or you're like, I fucking hate doing this.
I hate countering. I
Mm.
hate countering in games because it's so precise, and I'm terrible at them most of the time.
Wait, countering?
Countering.
I just
Like,
got
yeah.
extreme Sekiro
That's
flashback
that's
nightmares.
exactly what I was referencing. Because you cannot progress in Sekiro without countering. If you don't know how to counter, you can't get anywhere.
It's so fast too.
Mm-hmm.
That and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with the counters. You gotta time them
What?
correctly. I'm
When
getting
you
used to it now. Go ahead.
I was about to say when you had a problem with it, you didn't seem to have a problem when we played, jackass.
I mean, listen, look.
Key.
Hey, listen, look, man. When you play rank, when you get higher in the ranks
No,
on ranking
yeah.
on rank mode, you gotta learn how to counter because these motherfuckers know how to counter back to back to back to back to back. You know,
Some
you
of
got
these niggas be cheating. They proved that shit too. Some niggas be cheating.
Yeah, people be cheating on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But you know what?
Dang.
That's like every game out here. Every game somebody cheating. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Call of,
Yeah.
you know, Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, Valorant, and they say they have this thing called Ricochet this anti-cheating thing. I'm like, bro, that shit don't work.
It's not gonna work.
No, because
I
people.
would say keep going.
I was gonna say that shit doesn't work at all, man. That shit does not work at all. I'm like, I say this thing could stop cheaters and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Ain't gonna be somebody cheating again. Then again. Just stop playing the game. That's it. Let the numbers die now.
I would say my least favorite mechanic in games has to be the stamina bar. Because especially in them games, because I'm like, and then we can have the stamina bar, but then the boss gonna have to have the stamina bar too. That's the only fair,
that part.
that's the only fair thing because I'm like, okay, wait a minute, okay, if my guy is tired, I know the boss is tired. So how come he don't have no damn stamina?
You mean you talking about Black Myth, huh?
Well, not Black Myth. Not Black Myth.
That's what I thought about though when he said
Black
that.
Myth actually has really, really good stamina control and shit like that. I'm thinking of Lies of P, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, like those kind of games.
Yeah.
Just like But Black Myth, it's
Wukong
like
has good stamina control if you allocate your points correctly. Like
yeah,
if you don't focus, like sometimes you gotta get your points back and double back into that skill
Mhm.
tree.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mean, I think that's cool though that you can redo your skills tree. Like I think that's probably a fire. Like that's probably one of the most fire things about Wukong to me. It's like I don't lose my shit. I could just go back in and I can do it in between boards. So if I'm like, oh, this strategy is not working, or I need more stamina, or I need more health, I could go in and fix that.
That too, yeah.
But if you don't do it right, that stamina trash.
yeah.
That is, and plus, like, it depends. Like you said, Mel, it depends on the enemies too. Especially the boss battles. Like, you gotta strategize. You know what I'm saying? Some enemies in that game have like elemental damage too, so you gotta be mindful of that as well. Some people don't. That's how you be dying quickly. But yeah, I think the only Souls like game I ever beaten was probably Bloodborne. That's another game that should be a remake. I need to put that. I need to put that as a side note.
It.
I think the closest for
Nah.
me was Code Vein.
Old Vein.
Yeah, I
Code
played
Vein,
that.
yeah.
I played that game too. I just stopped playing it because there was other games that had my interest.
I got lost in the castle grounds.
That's another question I want to ask too. Like, do you have any like games that are in like the backlog that you want to go back and play?
That's a really big backlog to think on.
We name a few. We want to name all of them. Just name a few.
I mean, there's probably so many in my head. I mean, honestly, probably at least like 2 or 3 Final Fantasy games that I can think off the top of my head.
Which are the Final Fantasy games?
Because I know I definitely want to finish 15. Never got the chance to. I want to finish that one.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've technically never finished 10. I know how 10 goes, but I've never actually like physically finished 10.
I don't know how people don't like Final Fantasy 15 though. Like Final Fantasy 15 was a good game. I
just didn't like the combat. I thought the story was cool shit. I just didn't like the combat.
I like
probably combat.
I like the combat because like I think that was the only game by far by Final Fantasy that did not have like a turn-based style combat. That was kind of good.
That's what I play Final Fantasy for. I play it for
I do
turn-based
I do
combat.
like
16 doesn't have 16 doesn't have turn-based combat. It's more action, and that's why I think it's more fun.
Mhm.
I think they fixed the combat in Rebirth because remake it's like, oh, this feels weird.
Yeah, like I said, like the turn, like I don't got no problem with turn-based combat. It's just that when you come to turn-based, you gotta be real strategized about which enemy you got hit with this type of attack and this, that, and the third. It's like that's too much. Like I have fun playing turn-based games, but it turns to strategy, and again, I don't like to think too much on the shit.
Yeah, I
And then
like the
you
strategy
gotta-
and the tactical aspect of turn-based games.
But yeah, I played. Let me see. My first Final Fantasy game I played was Final Fantasy 10, and then 10, 11.
No, I played something for that.
Huh?
I was thinking, I thought mine was 10 too, but I think I said I played 10 too before I played 10.
Oh, part 2 of 10.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I played Final Fantasy 10,
That was good.
11, all 3 parts of Final Fantasy 12, and then I played 13. Then I played 14 online, which is kind of fucking dumb. Where you gotta not only gotta buy the game, but you gotta buy the subscription for the game to play. So it's like I'm done playing that shit, and then Final Fantasy 15, and then 16.
I tried to play 13. It was the worst game
You didn't like
ever.
Lightning's cool, but the game sucks.
Lightning's cool as fuck. I don't like the game.
Yeah.
It just was it was so closed off and like linear. Like it just was like aggravatingly linear.
And the other characters
like you're like
Lightning suck.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. They weren't too horrible. That just that linear, even the way it looked was just like go down this tunnel. You're walking down a path. Like that was just like no, bro.
I didn't like
it.
Like the combat for me on that game was kind of mixed because it's like they had this thing called para something shift where like there's like you gotta like change the strategy of the characters. Have like they have Ravager, Commander, Synergy, and Medics. It's like, bro, that's too much. So for me, the combat in that game was like mixed results.
I wish I had time. When Final Fantasy 14 came out, I thought it was cool and stuff, but I was in high school. I was doing a lot of things. So I wish I had time to really get into it and put hours in it, but I just didn't. I Part of me wanted to like go back to it one of these days, but just life happened. But it's a cool idea. I wish they would make like a new Final Fantasy MMO, but I don't think they will because the community's too loyal and yeah.
For real? Okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot to add this too. I did play Final Fantasy 7, the remake and Rebirth. I never played the original 7. I only played the remake. I played on both the
Same.
PS4 and the PS5 when it came out for the PS5.
Ironically, I had birth. I had both. I never finished either one though.
Yeah, you haven't finished the remake on both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them games are long
Yeah.
too. I never
Yeah.
knew Final Fantasy 7 was that damn long.
No, yeah, it was crazy because I knew Final Fantasy remake's not that long. It's like 25, 30 hours. It's like a normal game. But that's because Final Fantasy, the original game, it's really long. Remake's just the first part. Rebirth is like the second and third, and that's like I knew it was gonna be longer. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Like holy shit.
Now they still coming out with a third part of the remake, Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, no, the third's gonna be the final part. Yeah.
Okay, so
Which I don't think it's gonna be as long as Rebirth. It will be a little bit longer than Remake, or it could be the same length because like I think I don't know. I think we go to like maybe 2 or 3 areas. Yeah, I don't think we go that many places.
Okay. So, what is your favorite video game series of all time? Silly. Like, if you could name a video game based like just the series alone, which what is your favorite one?
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
I say that's
Kingdom
the
Hearts.
one I felt it. I felt it. That's usually a lot of people's, common
Correct.
number
Mhm.
one, which makes sense.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
correct answer.
So, why
Well
Kingdom
done.
Hearts? That's an interesting one. Why Kingdom Hearts?
Well, I was already a Disney fan beforehand, grew up with Disney, and getting into video game like on a more not fanatical, but like actually enjoying video games more as a kid. It was literally like my first time going into a GameStop, and it was literally like the first thing I saw was like, oh, it's this kid with this blade thing, and then I saw Mickey and Donald and Goofy, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I want to play it because it's got Disney in it, and I actually started playing it, and it kind of like I don't know, like it ignited that love of RPGs for me, and just like in general, like I love that it was such like a big like adventure type game, and you're traveling to all these different worlds, and you have these elements of Disney, and then I get to learn a little bit more of like the Final Fantasy, like little tidbits of it with like the characters in it, but it was still just like I love games like that where it's very big on world building, and it just consistently adds more and more and more to the lore.
Hmm. And you played all of the Kingdom Hearts games, like the spin-offs
I played
included?
all of them. I played all of them,
Yeah,
every single one.
yeah, I tried. I think only one I missed on Kingdom Hearts was what's the one that's called? The one was on the
What was it?
DS. The one that was on the DS.
Oh,
With the
350.
card.
There were two of them. 358 days.
It's the
Or
Dream Distance.
Dream Drop
Yeah,
Distance.
yeah.
I like Dream Drop Distance. I liked it
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
because I played World Ends with You, and they had the World Ends with You characters in there, and I really liked it.
I
I
love
didn't.
The World Ends with You. I love that
I'm
game.
Yeah, so good. I didn't play the second one yet though. I have it. I just didn't play it yet.
I bought the one that's on Switch.
Mm,
Um, what is that one?
that's the
It's
second one, I believe.
okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
Mhm. I was gonna say
It
now.
it
Go ahead.
oh
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like it's nice, but it didn't give me the same like feeling as the first
Hmm.
one.
I heard that one too. Yeah.
Are y'all looking forward for Kingdom Hearts 4?
Are we gonna be alive when it comes out?
I hope so. When he,
I'm not really like a Kingdom Hearts girly. It's okay.
I hope they don't make it another console. I hope they just kind of do it on like the mobile platform, like they did with the last one. What was it called? Whatever the last mobile one that they had, it was essentially kind of like a mobile online. You know what I'm talking
Links. Yeah.
Missing
Yeah.
Link.
Yeah, Missing
Yeah.
Link.
Yeah,
I think they are
yeah.
making
Like
one. It's in development.
yeah, they need to
Probably,
do more
yeah.
of that because it gives a lot of lore to like what set the whole thing off to
Yeah, so
begin with.
people can
Like back
understand
like
actually what the
pre
hell's going
Keyblade.
on.
Like pre Keyblade War. Like this
Mhm.
is how it all started.
Yeah, I can't wait for
I'm
Kingdom
like,
Hearts 4 to come out. Can't
gonna be
wait.
in retirement. We're gonna be old people.
Yeah, it's gonna take like at least like it's gonna take like at least 10 to 15 years to make that game.
Uh,
10 to 15 years. I'm
right.
like, yeah, that's another
I'm
game.
gonna
I'm
haunt
excited for it. They basically confirmed Star Wars is in it with the first trailer, so I'm excited for what they got next.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interest. It's gonna be real interesting with Kingdom Hearts 4 because now, like, you got Marvel with Disney now, so it's like, oh, they're gonna add some Marvel worlds into Kingdom Hearts. Like, hopefully, put in like some type of like the Avengers. Hopefully, like, are they gonna add in like new Disney worlds that with all these new Disney movies coming out or that's been out that haven't been on Kingdom Hearts? Like, are they gonna add some of them in there or might add the Avengers on there? Because, like you said, they adding like Star Wars on there, right?
Yeah, if you go look at the announcement trailer, you can see one of the planets from Star Wars that area. I think it's Endor.
That's gonna be interesting. So, like, so will Sora have a fucking key lightsaber?
Hope so.
Yes.
Imagine.
Yeah, so many different
That would be
ones
lit. I'm not gonna
in
lie
there.
to you.
Oh, but use I would use it the whole game.
Like, that'd be interesting. That's gonna be real interesting. What about the Avengers? Like, it's still gonna be a Keyblade. Gonna be like some type of unique Keyblade design within the Marvel
Might be
universe.
like Thor,
Tony
like
will
Thor
make him
hammer.
something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a Keyblade Thor hammer or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that might be the last game of the series too.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
getting older. He says he wants to retire.
So
Yeah.
it's too much. It's too much. By the time Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, it might be on the next gen console. Was probably on the PS6 and I don't know the name of the Xbox. But,
I don't have energy for that. Just
I don't either.
what?
waiting for games, and then you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and they're like, "Oh, get it on the next console." So it's like, not only have I been waiting for this, now I have to buy another console so I can play it.
That's
It's
always yeah, it's always been the problem with Kingdom Hearts games. Like they announce them way too early. You know what I mean? Like, cause I remember Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced Xbox 360, PS3 era, and it came out like what 2019, like 6 years later.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just like yeah,
Wait, he said Kingdom Hearts 3?
yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced like I think I was in high school. It was like they showed like a demo of it, and
Yeah.
it didn't come out till like 6 years later. Yeah,
It came out 2019. It came around like what? 28?
2019.
What's 2019? Yeah, it was 2019 because it came out for
I
the
was
PS4 and Xbox Series. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
Xbox Series.
I was a senior. And
No, Xbox One I lied. The Xbox Series. Xbox One I lied. I'm crazy. But yeah. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is gonna be another game they're gonna be waiting for a very, 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 very long time. So let me
And
s-
then the issue is the fact that they're making us wait so long for these games to purposely release it on the next gen console. Do you not know how hard it's going to be to get another next gen console? Y'all saw what happened with PS5.
yeah.
and they don't release enough packages. Like, I don't
They
think they
don't.
didn't.
they don't release enough bundles. If it's like, your marketing team knows that people are buying these systems for these games specifically, why wouldn't you make bundles? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't
That's
think
how
it
you
makes
get your
sense to
money
me.
right
yeah,
there with them bundles.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Look,
Cause
to
like
this day,
PS4 had how many different systems? They had a God of War system, a Spider-Man system, a Black Ops system. Like, they kept releasing them mugs as bundles. Like,
Hmm.
they sold a lot of PS4s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the PS5, you don't really see a lot of PS5 bundles like that. You probably get like a good the Spider-Man 2 bundle and the God of War bundle. That's the
yeah.
only bundles you get. I'm
That's
talking about
it.
like a unique console design. That's what I call like a
Me
bundle.
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
like to this day, I credit God for letting me get a PS5 on launch day. But I heard from a lot of friends and people it was hard as hell to get a PS5. And
I
like, yeah,
didn't
like I
buy
said,
on launch.
I did.
I did. I was like, I wanted the Miles Morales, and then I saw fucking Devil May Cry. I was getting an updated version. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it pretty early though. I looked up, it was like GameStop because I used to like work at GameStop seasonally, and I got a GameStop credit card like when they first came out, like when GameStop credit cards was like just releasing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they did a thing where if you had the GameStop credit card, they like was like, "Hey, we got some PS5s. You trying to grab one?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I had to wait in the queue. It was crazy. I had to wait in the queue and everything, and it was like I think I got kicked from the queue one time, and then I had to get back in it. Like I was like literally just like on like bated breath. Like, oh my god, am I
Mm.
gonna get this system? Like, because if I don't get it now, it's gonna be 6 months or a year till I get one. Like I was stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It took me 3 hours to pre-order a PS5 off of Best Buy. Like I was literally at work on my phone trying to pre-order a PS5 at Best Buy for 3 hours straight, and I finally got it. I'm like, dang. And on top of that pre-order, I ordered I got a 2-year warranty for the PS5. I was not taking any chances. With that, I also pre-ordered Miles Morales and Godfall at that time. I spent like a good 600, like from like 650 to like $700 for the whole PS5 plus the 2 games and plus the 2-year warranty. I mean, I already had like NBA 2K21 for the PS4, but it was gonna get upgraded to the PS5 version. So I got a digital, so I had like 3 games on launch day, pretty much. But
Let
if
me
you
tell
want to,
you one thing about them Best Buy warranties. You can take that shit back and get a whole new one. You don't have to explain shit. All you gotta just be like, this ain't working right. It's they be like, okay, here's a gift card. And here's the gag. When something goes on sale, like say your watch or whatever you bought is now like way cheaper, you can go use your warranty, get your credit back for what you paid originally, and then you'll have leftover credit if you just rebuy the same thing while it's on sale. So you kind of like double your money.
Nice.
Yeah, I did that one time with like a watch. Like the watch I had paid probably like 300 for it and it came out. It was still like $300 that particular watch, but the new one was on sale for like 200. So I had like a whole extra $100 in GameStop. I mean, not GameStop, in Best Buy, like store credit.
Mm.
Always buy your warranties, guys.
yeah,
Use them at the end of the 2-year period. Take that shit back and get a new one.
For
I
real.
was thinking about doing that shit at one point. I'm like, my PS5 still
No,
working.
do it.
I mean, it's too late now.
Do it.
I mean, it's too late now. It's been like
Oh,
what
yeah,
over 2
do
years
it
ago
now.
already. Yeah.
But next time you do that, before that 2 years hits, do it. Upgrade. Use it to upgrade your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I remember I picked up my game. I remember I picked up my PS5 at the store. I will. Like, I think it was open at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. And mind you, it's around November. It's cold as hell outside. I drove up to Best Buy around like 5:15, waiting for the store to be open. I was the first one in the parking lot. Literally, I was the first one in the parking lot, parked right in front of the damn store. As soon as I seen cars coming and parked and people coming out, boy, I tell you now, I hauled ass to that store. I said, I'm gonna be the first one to get the PS5. I'm be the first one out this motherfucker store. And that's what I did. I was not playing no games. I literally took 2 days off to play the PS5. 2 days
I
off my
did too.
job.
My delivery driver
I
tried to steal
remember that.
mine. He tried to steal it off the truck.
Yeah, it's crazy you say that, Mel, because I got mine delivered. I got mine from Target, mine delivered, and I was still living in my apartment complex, and we had somebody stealing packages, so I had a meeting at noon, and I had the Target thing on my screen. I'm like, I just keep refreshing every 30 seconds. It
Mhm.
was 11:59, and I refreshed it for the last time. It said delivered. I sprinted out to my front door. Dude didn't even like. So the box isn't even closed. There's like this big opening in the middle that shows this is a PS5. Grabbed it, ran back, hit my leg on my couch. It hurt. And then I immediately got into my meeting. I said, "Okay, all right, I'm ready. Let's do it."
See, now I already knew for a fact that I was not trying to get my shit delivered at my crib because I live in a gated community. So like anybody, and besides at that time, the delivery man would leave the package in front of the building outside. I'm like, nah, I can't take that risk. I'd rather just wake my ass up early in the morning and go pick this up at the store, which I did because I don't be trusting nobody in my complex. My
I had
complex
mine
very
delivered
big.
to Rite Aid. I had it delivered to Rite Aid. Got the message that it was delivered from Rite Aid and from GameStop. I got it damn near the same time. Went up there. They like, it's not here. I'm like, what you mean it's not here? Like the truck is out. When I was coming in, the truck was leaving. So this man took my game. Like he literally was going to take my game. When I finally got my game back, he had popped the box. He had retaped it. So he had popped the box. He had retaped it. It was insane. I was like, wow, like I was livid. I had never had some shit like that happen to me ever in my life. Like, yeah, I've had packages stolen, but like for somebody like the delivery driver to try to steal my shit, he popped the box like, oh, this a PS5. Like, I'm up. Like, you was gonna risk your entire job. You probably got fired because I called several times. Like, you risk your job for a PS5 is crazy.
I
Like,
would
it's
I would have fought
crazy.
him. I would have fought him. I would have fought him.
See, and that's why I do
No,
not
for
trust
real.
delivery people with certain shit. That's why a lot of stuff that I get, I will go the extra mile to go pick that shit up
Exactly.
because these delivery, for one, half the time you get your shit delivered, sometimes they don't even tell you when it got delivered. It could be sitting out your front door and somebody done already took the shit. Two, when they do tell you, it don't be in the right spot sometimes, or they don't
Right.
follow your special delivery instructions.
Mhm.
And then three, you got people going around stealing shit because they got nothing better to do with their life, so they just go stealing.
I remember I had ordered a when I was first building my PC, right? I had ordered a motherboard for my PC, right? And it was delivered outside of my door. I told my brother to go check outside and see if there's a package outside because I was at work when it was delivered. I told my brother to go check outside, see the package there. So he checked outside. I'm like, yo, he was like, there's no package outside. I'm like, huh? Fuck you mean there's no package outside? I paid about $300 for this motherboard. I'm about to say, you better find that shit. And I think somehow somebody took my shit. I was so mad. I had called up Amazon on the spot. I called them, customer service. I'm like, bro, put me on customer service. Like, let me talk to somebody. I ain't with that automatic shit. I'm not.
Right.
So I talked to them. I explained to them what was the issue. They sent me a whole new one the next day. I had to pay for nothing else. I had to pay nothing. So you damn right.
Because they know people be stealing. Like, they know
Yeah.
people be taking shit. And they be like, sometimes companies be so dumb. They ship the shit in the box. Like, you gonna send some expensive shit in the box with the name of what it is all over the box. Like Nike did that. I ordered a bunch of shit from Nike. Had two big ass boxes. Somebody stole one of the boxes. Happened to be all kids' clothes. I looked at the fucking box. The shit said Nike all over the box. I said, why would you do that? That's fucking stupid. There's a big ass box that's like stamped Nike all over it. Yeah, somebody's gonna fucking steal it. Like they don't have to guess what it is. They don't have to be like, oh, is that laundry detergent in that box? No, they know it's fucking Nike shit. It's the dumbest thing on the planet.
And a
Like
lot
I
of the
hate it.
times, it's these damn delivery people that be stealing the shit. That's the stuff that bothers me the most. It be their own damn people stealing our shit.
I know that time though, because I had even called them and told them that because I had like the same UPS driver for a couple years. That man was Johnny on the spot. He would like put shit in certain places, like try to hide stuff, put stuff like in good spots. It was nothing he can do with them big ass boxes. They shipped that shit in some huge ass boxes and just put Nike all over it. I was like, this is fucking dumb. I couldn't even blame my delivery driver. Like he tried his best. There's
And
nothing
then
he could do about
sometimes
it.
with the delivery people, they be so damn nosy and you still get your package open. They may not take shit, but they gonna see what's in it just to be fucking nosy. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
box heavy. Let me see what's in it. If you don't mind your fucking business before I punch you in your throat.
Them Amazon drivers be getting outsourced. Like people be getting becoming Amazon drivers through like temp agencies and shit. So it's like you trusting temp agency people that don't have no real affiliation with your company to deliver people's packages is kind of crazy.
That's
That
would
is
be
kind of
so.
crazy.
That'd be so dope on my place because I'm right across the street from the Amazon delivery place, like the warehouse. So like it.
There's a couple in my town that's not too far, so
Yeah, it's like one or two close to me.
there's no excuse.
That's why you got to use them Amazon lockers for certain stuff, and you got to
Mhm.
use like deliver to store for certain stuff, so you could just make
Yeah.
sure you could go get it. Unless you do some shit happens like what happened with my PS5 and the driver steal your shit.
Shit. Nowadays, when I order from Amazon, I make sure they bring that shit in on like on a Saturday and Sunday, which I know for a fact that I'll be home. Because sometimes when I order stuff online through Amazon, sometimes like through Monday through Friday, they mostly deliver my shit around like at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, which I'm at work already. And I don't trust my family members to pick up my shit. Because some of them motherfuckers don't listen. They don't be home or this, that, and the third. I make sure that, especially if I order shit from Amazon, I make sure that I'm the one that picking it up. But yeah, sorry about that. We just got a little off topic for a minute.
It's
This is
okay.
what makes it a natural podcast, okay? / interview.
Pretty much. So it's like,
All right, so let me ask you a question real quick, Silly. Have you ever? Well, y'all can answer this question too, but have y'all ever go to GameStop during a midnight release?
I miss
No.
midnight releases.
Those
Oh
were,
my
those were
god.
days, boy.
my
You never?
cousins would go, but I've never been to one.
Oh man, those used to be the best days. I think my last time I had
I
a
miss
midnight
them.
release, the last time I've been to a GameStop midnight release was like back in, I would say 2019. That was the last time they had like a midnight release for NBA 2K.
Yeah.
I made sure I be there like an hour or 30 minutes early so I could be in line.
Mm.
I miss those days,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I miss midnight
No,
releases.
those
It
were
just
lit
was
though.
such a like, because you're standing in line with people who like the same exact shit as you. Like you're here for the
Mhm.
same thing I'm here for. Late as fuck. You chat, like you like meet people. Like
Mhm.
that part was so cool because it's like clearly we like the same shit, or it's no reason for you to be here right now unless you're like somebody's parent. Like and you're here
Right.
to get the game for your kid. Like
Mhm.
I remember the night Smash Bros. Brawl was coming
Oh my
out. I
gosh.
went to that one. We were like, shit, we were in line discussing, characters, strategy, all the shit who we think we're gonna be the most OP one. Like we were doing that and we were playing in the parking lot. The last midnight release I went to was 2017. It was for Super Mario Odyssey. And it wasn't that much. There was like about 10 people, so I got it. Came back to my dorm at the time, and I played like the first maybe 4 worlds because I was so excited.
Yeah, man. You don't see midnight releases nowadays because now you can buy games digital and you get those games at your home at midnight when it comes out.
I mean, you could buy games digital then too. Like I just think I think
That's true.
COVID ruined midnight releases. COVID and like people
Man.
are like crazy now. Like people are
Yeah.
kind of they're crazier than they used to be. And like, well, they're outwardly crazier than they used to be. I don't necessarily think like they're.
Yeah,
I mean,
COVID
yeah.
COVID messed up a lot of things. It messed up 24 hours or for Walmart because I don't know if everybody else had 24 hours of Walmart before, but
Mhm.
That used to be so fun. Going to
Yeah.
Walmart,
Yeah.
getting in fucking carts and bullshitting at Walmart. Yes.
Yeah, I mean back then when Walmart was 24 hours, you go there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, pick up some stuff at Walmart. That shit be
Mhm.
feeling different. And
And
then
when they had rollback sales that they barely have anymore, that ain't really sales.
and
Mm-hmm.
then Planet Fitness. I used to go to Planet Fitness I still go to Planet Fitness to this day, but like back then it was like 24 hours. Like especially I get off of work, I could just go to the gym after hours and shit like
And
that.
fitness not 24 hours no more?
Not in
Some of them.
some of them, but around me, no, not around me. It used
I
to
might
be,
have to
but not
check
anymore.
mine.
Yeah.
I think the smaller locations are, but not the bigger ones anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, back then, like
Oh.
after hours, don't be nobody at the gym. I could work
Yeah.
out as long as I want. I hate working out with a packed gym because motherfuckers be hogging up the equipment. Like, bro, hurry the fuck up. Y'all not even doing the workouts right.
Right.
I be so mad, yo. It just fucks up a whole day. Well, I ain't gonna say my whole day, but like, it just fucks up a whole workout session.
Mhm.
People just be sitting there, standing there, trying to look cute, working out, taking pictures. I'm like, bro, get the fuck up and go about your day. Yeah, that should just be making me mad, bro. I hate when motherfuckers do that. Taking pictures, taking selfies, then working out. Like, bro, no one cares. I will fuck up your day. I'll walk past you. I'll
I
walk in
hate when
front of
they
your
have the
camera.
I hate when they have the fucking tripod.
Yes.
I was
Oh
like, bro.
gosh.
A tripod is just kind of crazy. Like I feel like you should have to like organize something like they don't. I don't know. I feel like you should just have to be in your own corner, not touching the equipment or something if you want to have a whole ass camera. Like I just think that
Word.
that's so invasive for other people. Like I'm in here trying to like work for the betterment of myself. Like I don't need to be feeling self-conscious because you might catch me in your camera and you got a whole fucking tripod. Like I just don't like that shit. And that's like one of the things that I like feel strongly about with like IRL streaming. Like y'all see when I do IRL shit, I'm on like a island or like in the forest or something. Like it ain't nobody to get recorded but me and the people that's with me, and they already know like yeah I did do it at the arcade, but I was at the arcade, like I was mostly focused like on the games, focused on me when I was playing DDR. Like I was trying very hard not to capture other people living their lives and having a good time because like they're not there to be entertainment for other people. They didn't sign up for that shit. So like I'm not about to be having them in the I hate it. I hate it. I like IRL streams. I don't like when they focus on like strangers though, because I don't think that's fair for people
Yeah.
to like.
And then they
So
go to talking
people
about you and shit.
recording in the gym is just, it's deplorable, really. Like I don't like it.
Like, I'm just trying to work out. Don't put me on camera. Like, I ain't trying to be on camera,
Right.
but shit. All right, so what I'm going to ask now. Oh, so silly. When it comes to your audience and your community, how do you engage with your audience and building a community? Like, how do you engage?
For the most part, I mean, usually through Discord or like stream or anything like that.
What?
And I would, mhm.
Nah, go ahead.
um, I don't really have a way outside of just saying, just building that connection through my content, and then more so just like even through, I guess in a way, even with like mutual networks that also share the same community. Because in a way, it's almost kind of like, I don't know, it's like it's kind of cool to like have like almost like a network community with like fellow like neutral streamers in a way.
Mm-hmm.
If that
Mhm.
makes sense, because it's almost kind of like a almost like a community family in a way, almost kind of
You
like
already know that their viewers are probably a good fit. Like if you guys are cool and then
yeah.
like you like their streams, like their community is probably a good fit to like watch you because you're cool with the other streamer.
And then that makes collabs more fun, and then I get to integrate more with their community, and then it's almost kind of like a collaboration of the communities together. So that's always really fun. And then just like getting their opinions on stuff, like what do you guys like, what do you want to see me stream more, and like trying to connect with them on like on Discord and stuff, and just talk to them like hey, how's your day going, and just talking to them. And like I'll play like games with them offline and stuff if they want to play certain types of games and stuff. So I'd say it's just more like a more chill level. Like I don't ever want to have anyone feel like they have to do anything in my community or feel like any kind of pressure with anything. I'm just gaming just like y'all are, and it's like, hey, if you want to play some games with me outside of stream, you know where to find me. I'm down to play whatever, you know, whatever.
Okay.
Fun fact, me and Silly know each other from high school.
Yep.
We've been knowing
Really?
each other for a long
Oh.
Yeah.
time.
Oh, that's
Yep.
dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
was like thinking about her for the podcast, and then when I found out she was already coming on, I was like, it's crazy how the world be so small. I was like,
It
fuck.
really is.
Like
That's
somebody
good.
else got her to come on. So yeah, like and then she's like, like Bunny Gang. And are you a big
Mm-hmm.
creator?
Yep.
Yeah, Bunny
Big
Gang,
creator,
big
big
creator. So
fans.
like I was like, oh wow,
Oh.
that's pretty cool. We used to do set crew together. So
Oh
we
my
did like a lot of theater shit together.
Secret days.
Set
And
crew
speaking of bunny
days.
gang, you look
I
like you
just
got a
remember
bunny
all the
gang shirt
yelling.
on.
I do. It's
I've been
actually my
peeping for
buddy.
a minute. I'm like,
It's actually my
I'm
buddy.
waiting for it.
Yeah, it's my buddy.
Cute.
What it
I love
says?
your bunny design. It's
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
adorable.
I like yours too, little pirate.
Oh, thanks.
I said Melly got the pirate bunny. I think Lola's got like the gangster bunny.
My
Got
West Bunny, my Thug Bunny.
yeah, your
Play
thug bunny.
thing too.
So
Oh,
what's your
okay.
bunny
Mhm.
design, Silly?
Oh, it's like it's kind of like gamer, like kind of like
Yeah,
galaxy-ish, like like kind of like pixelated. Like I wanted a like a
it's
highlight of
giving
like indie games.
Galaga. It's making
Cute.
me think of Galaga,
That's fair.
like
Yeah.
arcade games,
Yes.
pixelated. My favorite
Yes.
type.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
Pixelated, like indie, like RPG type. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got two bunny gang shirts from Mel and Lolex as well. I bought two of them at the
Oh,
same
my
time.
camera froze
Oh,
again.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Not your camera frozen. Not your camera freezing on us. Oh God.
Discord doing the Discordly things.
I'm about to
Any
say
other
probably
time.
don't like Discord. Discord don't like me
It
neither.
only does it on Discord. It doesn't do it anywhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Discord's been up to me today.
so Silly
Hmm?
but he's been streaming for like what 6 or 7 years. Overall 10, but let's just say 6 or 7 years, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So what are some of your what's some of your favorite interactions you had with your viewers or your
I don't gotta
followers?
put my girl's money.
One of my regulars, he likes to we like to always, well, in general, I like to banter with my community in general. So I wouldn't even call it roasting, but it's just like I'm a very sarcastic person. I don't take myself too seriously. I'd enjoy, shit talking every now and then, but you could always tell when someone's a regular in my stream because they'll just start going in on me. I'm just sitting here like, wow, in my own channel, that's crazy. So it's just like just like a lot of moments like that. Like, I can't really think of any like in particular that like stand out, but it's just like I just like having those interactions, especially with some of our fellow streamers. We'll have like collabs and we're like we're gaming together on the streams, and I genuinely love moments where it's like where it gets to the point where I'm just like I'm laughing so much I'm literally about to piss my pants. Like I just like we're just like it's just so like ridiculous of a moment, and it's just like the one that mostly sticks out in my head freshly right now. I think I actually have it on my TikTok too. I was doing Overcooked with with two other streamers, and with one of them because it was like in one of them where it was like because they have you like roomed off like one half is going to be here doing whatever, and I was up at the top with another one, and the other one was Jazz, one was B. B was at the bottom. She was by herself because it was just us three. But it was me and Jazz up at the top. I forgot Jazz was the one on top. I thought she was B. And there's like this conveyor belt going around,
Oh
and
gosh.
Jazz is yelling at me to put the dish on the conveyor belt. I'm following her at the bottom, thinking I'm supposed to be following her, and she's just yelling at me the entire time. And I'm just sitting here so confused. Like, what do you mean? I am where do you want me to put the? It was so stupid, but it was so funny.
Overcook is one of those games where it's a love and hate relationship with your friend.
It
You know?
is.
Yes,
It's hilarious. It's hilarious when
Mhm.
That
drinking is
game
involved.
teaches you on if
I
you're a
love
good
it.
listener and can follow directions
Yeah, I'll
and
be like
cooperate as a team.
I'd be like
I
Gordon
love it.
Ramsay. I'd be like Gordon Ramsay on Overwatch. I mean on Overcook. I'll be like Gordon Ramsay playing that game, yo. I'll be like, see, y'all can't play Overcooked with me, man, because
Like, what are you? An idiot sandwich.
exactly.
Yo,
That is
it's
the most memorable one.
it's crazy y'all say that. He was
Better yet,
he was
where's
he
the
was
lamb
here.
sauce? How about that?
Where the
Yeah, he was
left?
here in Austin yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Oh, for real.
For
Yeah.
what?
One of my friends, they went to this place called the Guest House, and they saw
Mm.
him there. He was like in the middle table.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, he's just chilling, eating.
Yeah, he was like with I think probably what I assume 3 other chefs. I
mm.
guess it was like I don't know. Yeah, Also went to this restaurant in Vegas, this burger restaurant. It's so fucking good.
I've
Mhm.
heard.
I want to go to Hell's Kitchen one day. I want to go to Hell's Kitchen one
Same.
day and try their food.
Yeah.
I just want to do once, just once.
But nah,
Right.
Gordon Ramsay's funny, man. Like, yo, I'm surprised nobody ain't tried to hit this man. Like the way he be talking reckless to his chefs on Hell's Kitchen, I'm like, yo,
Well, there was that one.
But then
guy,
he's
I
so
forgot
sweet
his
to the
name.
kids. He's
What?
so sweet to the kids.
was
I feel
one
like
he's
Gordon
so
Ramsay.
encouraging.
Gordon Ramsay can fight too. On God.
he probably can.
You got to if you got a mouth like that. You got.
That's
no
why he
choice but
talk
to have them
reckless
hands
like
too.
that. Y'all don't be
Yeah.
seeing his muscles in them shirts.
Yeah.
That man be working out.
Right.
Nah, yo, it's like I remember I was watching one of the episodes off of Hell's
Yeah, so
Kitchen
there
off of
was one guy
YouTube.
that tried to confront him one time, but he almost busted his ass afterwards.
I saw that shit.
He got instant karma. That shit was funny.
Now, I recall a female chef like I forgot what he said to one of the female chefs. Say you worthless bitch. I said, yo, what?
Oh, I remember
Oh
that one.
no.
No, that
I
man,
remember that one.
his mouth. Woo-wee.
Ooh.
He said,
Some
you
powerful words.
a first class cunt. I said, yo.
What
You
did
sure it was Hell's Kitchen?
Oh
that,
my
that Kitchen
God.
Nightmares?
Nah, it was.
Kitchen Nightmare. Yeah, that one's pretty funny too.
He said,
This
you
Kitchen Nightmares, a lot of them people deserve it.
He said, you precious stuck up little bitch. Let me tell you something. I
Oh, yeah.
said, yo,
Oh yeah,
what?
that's Kitchen Nightmares. I know exactly the one you're thinking about.
But
yeah.
nah, on Hell's Kitchen, he was talking about an arrogant bitch. He called some female chef an arrogant bitch. I said, ooh, child. I understand you running the place and all that, but you got a mouth on you, buddy. I don't know how you survive.
No, my
Mhm.
favorite is when he be going off on the customers sometimes.
Yeah, that should
On
be funny
Hell's
too.
Kitchen. Some of them do be
Yes.
asking for it.
Mm-hmm. You ever watch what's that show called? Bar Rescue?
Oh hell yeah.
John Taffer, man. John Taffer's another one too.
That
Right?
man got veins popping out his neck 24/7 yelling at them people.
Yo, he be going all too, my bro. Sit your
He be
ass
trying
down.
to help them. He be trying to help them,
they
and
be
they
so
be so
stubborn.
resistant, and they be like running their mouths and shit. And it's like, why did you ask him to help you if you wasn't gonna listen to what he said? Like he be yelling at them because they deserve it. Like they
Yeah.
really deserve it bad.
Yep.
Cause like he be like, you wasting my time.
And
And
he's
if-
not wrong.
Exactly. Like, and it crazy because the owners call them for help, and then when they get the help, they don't want to listen to the help. Like
They
he's
wanna
an
let
expert
you
for a
literally
reason.
heard him. I heard him telling somebody something, and it was like he was like, "You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this," and then they was like, "No, I don't think so." He's like, "What the fuck? Like, I'm literally telling you what you need to do, you telling me no? That's insane."
Like I'll walk out this bitch right now, and I
Mhm.
won't come back either.
Mhm.
Listen,
I'm telling you, man. Shows like that be making me laugh, yo, because it's so sad, but yet it's funny. Like, it's just funny to me, just how these motherfuckers be acting. Like, yo, he's trying to help you, going about his day, going out of his way to help you out, trying to help your business. You know, y'all marriage is fucked up. You win $1 million in debt. You know,
mm,
and then
You're
like,
doing crazy shit at the bar, drinking your own product, not making enough money, not making it right. The food is stale or molded. Like, ugh.
and then
Oh, them places be
Reckless.
so dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one of the episodes where like they had like a golf, like it was like a golf themed bar and restaurant, and then like inside the walk-in, there was literally mushrooms growing in the walk-in, like on the wall off the walk-in, like
oh, that's
mushrooms.
That's
Yes.
disgusting.
I'm like, yo, how is that possible? Like, how the hell you have mushrooms growing in your walk-in? Like literally fucking mushrooms. Like and I'm talking about the deadly ones too. Like, just could kill you.
Mhm. Mm-mm.
Yo, I'd never seen John Taffer tweaked on somebody so bad. That shit was wild. But yeah. Ooh. Reality shows are not
Right.
the same as it used to be anymore, yo. Reality
That's
shows,
true.
you know.
Mm.
You ever heard of Baddies, or what's the other ones they call it now? Baddies.
Baddies in general is just terrible.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Basically, the Bad Girls Club 2.0. That's not the same as OG Bad Girls Club season.
Yeah, I feel like every episode somebody fighting, bro. Every episode somebody fighting.
Bad Girls Club has some decorum about itself. Baddies
Mhm.
don't have no type of decorum whatsoever.
Exactly.
Nah, they just see they look good too. I'm like, y'all some good looking women, and then when y'all fight, y'all be bald headed like a motherfucker. Like, goddamn. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry.
Damn.
But not just like it's just like they look good. Then when they start getting to fight, and then when they get to fighting, it's like they pulling each other's wigs off, extensions, and they look fucking crazy at the end. And y'all still
I
talking
don't
shit after y'all
understand
bloody.
baddies. I don't get the allure to that. Like I don't get
I don't
the.
either.
I
It's
don't get
entertain.
it. Like
It's
people.
entertainment purposes, though. It's entertainment.
Mhm.
That's not entertaining to me. That's embarrassing. Are you not
Thank
embarrassed?
you.
Cause
So much for
like I'm
Thank you,
embarrassed
Mel.
for you.
They're
I be
thinking
getting
about the
secondhand
after.
embarrassment.
They're
Yeah.
thinking about the after benefits from the show, if anything.
I mean, shit, they famous in a way because some of them get
Attention.
some of them get attention. And then they,
hmm
and then they bring that shit to social media, and some of them get their body done being on that show and this, that, and the third. It's like,
Yep.
I don't know, like going on a show, get your ass whooped every single episode, and that shit like a good 20, 30 minutes. Like, who the fuck
But
fighting for
yet,
30 minutes?
even not to mention that, but even after the episode, the reunions and then going into the next season, and it's like,
hmm
what's the goal here? Because you just getting your ass beat for money, and it's
And then the
pathetic.
drama's leaking outside of the show, so you gotta worry about
Exactly.
that every
Mhm.
day.
Yeah, I mean, I do security, but they ain't paying me enough to do that shit. I ain't breaking out every
Definitely.
fucking
And they
fight.
brought that shit to Detroit, man. I was so pissed. I'm like, keep that shit the fuck out of here, man. Like
That's it.
it's too many ratchets here. It's too many people who like and then on top of that, they was like, oh, shocked, like, oh, I can't believe how crazy the baddies is in Detroit. These motherfuckers really be fighting each other, man. They fight out without a show. They don't need no motherfucking TV show
They
to
don't.
fight
Mhm.
each other. You look at somebody too crazy, they gonna try to fight you. Like it's very highly probable you could be somewhere. Somebody look at you crazy, you look at them crazy, and now they want to fight. Y'all stoking that
Mhm.
shit with a TV show and incentives behind it. And yes, it's gonna be a fucking zoo. Like you're talking about people who will beat you up just because. Like I just
Mhm.
don't. I don't know. I was so mad. It just was such a like. I feel like it's just such a predatory move to make.
It is predatory.
And isn't this season in the baddies supposed to be in the Midwest, like you said in Detroit, right? This season, ooh, child.
Yeah, baddies Midwest. They came to recruit out here in Detroit, and they was talking about how crazy the fucking meetup was.
Yeah, like they got random
Yeah.
females fighting each other for just to get on the show. I'm like, yeah, y'all wild for
And
that.
it's like you got to think about where you at. You not in the West Coast. You not in the East Coast. You in the Midwest, baby.
Mm.
Good
Like-
luck.
Because you put somebody in, you put a bunch of motherfuckers in a room that will say, "I beat everybody ass in here," with a bunch of motherfuckers who are all gonna say, "Who ass you gonna beat?" Literally,
Right.
that's what you did.
Mhm. And then you got the wigs pulling, hair extensions pulling now, scratches off, your face all scratched up,
Now
you
that
blooded
should
up.
be pissing me off when women and girls be fighting, because it's like, what is your goal when you pull on somebody's hair? Like, you gonna have to fight me like a straight up dude. I don't do that. Hair pulling shit is for the weak. I'm sorry. Like, what if you ain't got no damn hair?
Yeah,
Then
I
what you
don't
gonna
like
pull?
that hair pulling shit.
Like,
That's
that shit is so
insane
weak to me. And half the time they're not even fighting for real. They're just trying to yank each other's wigs off. Like, what is you doing?
Where like if I see you
That's not even
bloody and stuff
fighting.
like that, okay, nah, see she fighting somebody. Like you actually beat her ass, like all bruised, like face all bruised up. She got a black eye, mouth all bloody. I'm like, all right. And y'all doing this shit every episode? Like every episode? Y'all don't get tired? Like y'all don't get tired of get your ass
living
beat
in
on
a
camera?
house full of possible ops, like living in a house with a bunch of possible ops is crazy. Every time you look up, a motherfucker could be your op. Like that's insane. Who want to live like that? Your cortisol levels high as fuck, blood pressure high as fuck.
And the crazy thing about it is that they go on their shows, they bring their friend along or their sister along, whatever, and then throughout the whole season, they become enemies. Like, how the fuck does that happen?
Out of nowhere.
Right.
See? I don't know how people do it, but hey, more power to you. I just watch it just because just
no
for the fuck
power
of it.
to you. No power to you. Get
Thank
rid of this shit. Get rid of
Right.
this shit. I
Stop
hate that
this
shit.
now.
Stop this fucking nonsense and tomfoolery, okay?
They ain't stopping that
It's
shit.
borderline coonery to me. It's borderline coonery to me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not you said coonery. That's fucking.
Crazy.
But yeah,
It's a violent minstrel show. Like I hate it. I don't support it.
And,
Agreed.
That's an accurate word for it.
and somehow people still watch it. I'm like, how
Yeah,
y'all?
because you got these badass teenage girls and stuff like the ones I work with talking about these shows and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They might be on
Man,
that
my
show.
friend,
They might
I
be on
keep
that show
hearing
next.
that it's children saying "baddie, baddie, shot o'clock." Like you don't even drink.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
They drink
Ooh,
that. They
that's
drink that
conversation
apple
for a
juice.
different day, but
They drink that
apple
apple
these
juice.
damn
juice.
girls at my job be saying that shit. Natalie Nunn, when it's like, you don't know nothing about no Miss Crimson Chin when she was in her OG. Stop
Oh.
saying that.
Miss Crimson Chin is
And
crazy.
Natalie Nunn is such a like she's such a Valley girl type girl. Like she's such a suburban Valley girl type girl. Like Bad
Exactly.
Girls Club. She kept saying her whole time on Bad Girls Club that she was not ghetto. She wasn't no thug. She was just like,
Mhm.
you know.
Gosh.
And then now she got this whole new persona, and everybody act like they don't remember when she was on Bad Girls Club.
Thank you.
Nah, she does have that mean ass
Tell these
chin though.
people.
You got that mean ass chin though. That chin mean as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
She got a crazy chin. A crazy chin.
I remember one
Snap
episode.
tonight.
She had her wig on. She looked like she had no wig on. She had a hat on. Yo, somebody said she looked like the old dude from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh.
Eustace?
Yeah. I said, hey yo. I said, ooh.
That's crazy.
Hey, she kind of does, and then she had no makeup on top of that too. And you know how some females look without their makeup. Ooh,
And
child.
Eustace didn't have no fucking teeth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know how certain women look without makeup, bro. They look, no disrespect, but there's some out here that be looking crazy without makeup. I'm like, some of that makeup I see now, that shit does do justice for you.
But that's because they wear it so much, though. Like, they're constantly doing stuff to where they have to feel they have to wear it all the time. That's become the new beauty standard, that you always have to wear makeup, and that's not the case. And not to mention, there might be some insecurities. There's a lot that goes into that.
That's why I try not
You
to
can
hug.
literally make a whole new face with makeup. Like you could put on
And that's the
makeup and
problem,
create
yeah.
a whole new face.
You be bamboozled. I'm like, oh shit, goddamn. But now I remember
That contouring is like
Mhm.
witchcraft. I ain't gonna lie.
I try. If I see a woman with a lot of makeup on her face, I try not to hug her, because if that shit gets on my clothes, bro, I'll be highly upset.
Bro, that shit's happened to me multiple times. I'm like, yo, like, it's not that serious. You do not need all that shit on your face. I do not have a Tide pen in my pocket. Like, now look at me in this shit.
Like think about that on your pillowcase. You take a girl home, she's not gonna stop and wash her makeup off. Like y'all gonna wake up in the morning and your pillowcase is gonna be through.
Oh, that's why, like, laundry day always on Sundays. You be washing that shit every Sunday, just in case.
I gotta wash and dry it at home, so I could just take it off my bed and go wash it right there. Ooh, but yeah, this shit crazy.
All right, so I do have a question for Silly.
All right.
So what are like some favorite multiplayer or community-based games that you do enjoy playing with your community?
The latest one has been Cult of the Lamb. That one's been pretty fun.
Love Cult of the Lamb.
I've been hearing a lot about that.
Never played it, but I've
It's the
seen people
best.
play it.
It's fun.
Love it.
It's fun.
I heard it got couch co-op now too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might get that game. Matter of fact, I think it's on the PlayStation Plus for extras and premium members, so I might give that a try. Or if not, it's probably for it was on a monthly subscription on PlayStation Plus, which I kind of added before it was gone for the month. So I think I still have it on PS4. I just gotta download it. So I might give that game a try. I'm gonna give it a try. I still yet to play a horror game this month. Well, if you want to count The Last of Us Part 1 as a horror game.
So you did a whole poll and I even voted. Like you did like a whole poll or question or something, and I've been waiting.
Now I finished Part 1 of The Last of Us. I just haven't started on Part 2 yet.
I'm gonna finish Luigi's Mansion 2 on the actual Halloween day before I go out. Yeah, I'll stream that.
I've just been only playing horror games this month. It's been very taxing. That fucking Little Nightmares had me.
Oh god.
You finished it though. You finished it.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Little Nightmares be stressing me out.
I ain't start the second one yet. I am though.
It's good. It's a little darker, but it's good.
I'm about to say I heard it was darker. See, I was just
Mhm.
about to say that. And you
It is
listen.
If you need
I just
assistance, I will listen.
See, I would play the
I
dark.
just
Go ahead.
no, I was just about to say I just was stressed, man. I was
Oh.
stressed out.
I would love to play the dark picture games, like the dark picture games.
Those are fun.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about playing them, but I was like, I'm too damn scared to play them shits. I don't really do horror
I
games
like-
like that.
I don't
being
either.
like
Like
that
I like
versus-
playing those co-op though. That's like a fun ass
Mhm.
co-op.
See, if you're gonna play a co-op game like that, please don't scream in my ears like that. I might get scared for your damn screams.
My microphone actually clips out when I scream. It's very interesting. Like if I scream too much, like too high, that microphone be like,
They'll just cut
Nope.
out. Yeah.
Not today. Not today. You ain't about to bust you ain't about to bust this microphone. Not today.
Yeah, it clips out.
Okay, do you have noise suppressing on your mic or?
Yep, I do. Of course I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, that's why.
I got kids.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have noise suppression on.
I feel you. See, I have my dog, my mom talking loud. She got the TV loud as hell when she watching it on the living room. So yeah, I gotta have my noise suppressing on at all times. Although I can't scream because, like you said, it could cut off to a certain length. So it's like, damn, y'all can't really hear my scream, but I can see me scream. Y'all just can't hear it.
No, but it does
yeah.
make the content more funnier, at least for me, because sometimes it'll catch part of your scream and then it'll just like cut out and go quiet, and it's like, what the
Yeah.
hell? And then you just start talking
Yeah.
like nothing ever happened. It's like, nah, your ass was scared. Flip.
So I was gonna say now too. Have y'all ever heard about that new game that just came out like yesterday or 2 days ago? A Quiet Place. Yeah, you heard
Mhm.
about that game?
Seen one play it yet.
Yeah,
I
I
see-
heard about it.
Nah,
I wanna-
that's
I don't know if I want to play it, but I definitely want to watch someone play it. I feel
Ah.
like I would want to, but
Mhm.
I'm like a nervous giggler. So being quiet would just be like me trying not to laugh so much. That's just like, God damn.
Oh wait, you gotta actually be quiet while you playing it.
Yes,
yeah.
your
Oh, I'm
microphone.
cooked. I'm cooked.
Well-
I'm
I'm
through.
done for. GG's.
Well, hold up. Well,
Right.
there's an optional. It's an optional It's an optional thing to do. Like you could have. It's optional. Like you could have your mic on. You just gotta be quiet while you're playing the game. It's an optional
I feel
thing.
like that.
I
That
wouldn't
is
be so
like.
immersed.
I feel like that would be I would be taken away from the game if I didn't do it like that. And I know I can't do it like that, so that means that that's not the game for me.
That's right. It's
Nah,
like Alien Isolation all over again.
Shit, I'll play that game because I'm quiet most of the time on my stream, so that should be easy for me to play. It's just like the monsters. Like, you gotta know your surroundings. You can't make no noise at all because if you even if you walk into a damn puddle hard, they'll hear that shit. If you step on glass, they will hear that shit.
Mm-mm.
Like, yeah, it's a whole nother thing, man. I seen people play that game, and
Mhm.
I'm like, I gotta give this game a try if I do buy it. But when you watching people's streams, right, and you see them play their game, and you be like, you be just sitting there or laying or whatever, however you watch their gameplay, you be like, yo, do this, do that. Like, it gets you so mad, like, bro, what you doing? You ever had those moments where you just look at somebody's gameplay and you be doing the most stupidest shit? You just want to
Nigga,
just
when
say
I
something.
I hate those moments.
Nigga, when I
those
saw you
moments.
playing Lives of P, I wanted to find out your location and drive to your house to show you how to perfect block. I was like, where? I'm like, okay, now Dre, you just gotta press one button. He keep dying over and over. I'm like,
About to have Cam go through the screen and
I was like,
choke you the hell out.
my- it's not even a hard boss. I'm like, bro, you just gotta. If you just, okay. He got mad too. I'm like, he got mad too. I'm like, okay. I went over. I went to do something else. About 30 minutes later, he was still dying. I'm like,
Yeah, like you don't want to backseat people, but it's like you just want to say
Right.
something so bad. It's like, bruh, do this, do that.
I like
I
that.
ask people though, when they get too bad, I'll be like, so would you like a non-spoily kind of hint?
Mhm.
Like, I could just sprinkle a very, very light hint on you. Like, I'm gonna give you something that I know you can figure out, but I'm not gonna fully backseat game. I'm not gonna ruin it. But I'm gonna be like, hey, let me give you a little hinty hint, because you
Let
driving
me
me
add a little
fucking
sugar to your
crazy.
gameplay.
I'm too damn petty. When Dre wanted some like, Cam, you still there? I'm like, yep. Like, okay, so how do you do this? Like, I don't remember. And then I left.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's just man. I just hate those moments where like I'm watching somebody stream and it's like, yo, I want to say something, but it's like it might not be a good thing to say because they might get mad at me. But it's like I have to say it just to just to make sure. I'm gonna give you a little hint. If you don't follow that hint, then you fresh out of fucking luck with me. You fresh out of fucking luck with me.
I
Oh,
ain't
well.
gonna lie to you. If I get too frustrated watching somebody play something, I'll leave.
Yeah, I'll leave
I'll
too.
be like, this is pissing me off.
Agreed.
That's another thing too. I'll leave too. Like I seen enough of this shit. I gotta go.
I ain't gonna lie, I get mad about that even on my own gameplay. Like when I go back to some of my YouTube playthroughs and stuff, and I'll go back to, I'll be like, why did I do that dumb shit? All I had to do was this, or I should have did this. Like then I get mad at myself because I'm like, this is what I showed people. Like I feel so damn stupid.
Yes.
Mhm.
Sometimes I be playing, I be like, I understand if y'all leave. I get it.
Man.
Lex be watching
I
film.
get it.
Lex be watching film.
Yes.
Mhm.
I had a part on Wukong. I kept dying. And then somebody came into the stream and was like, welcome to the Death Fest. I kept dying.
Like shut the
Swear.
fuck.
One of many.
Where like just shut the fuck up, bro. Just get the hell out of here. Leave me alone. You just pissed me off. You pissed me
Where
off.
it's like,
Already.
stay lurking, don't say nothing.
Exactly. I'm already pissed off already. Don't intensify that for me now, okay? so silly. If you weren't streaming or doing or creating content, what would you be doing if you wasn't doing those things?
I probably would have been doing something probably within the animal field, maybe something along the lines of that.
Interesting.
Like in the most ideal sense, of course, like if the economy was different and all that stuff, but in the most ideal sense, I would definitely be in like in the animal field because if finances weren't an issue, of course, but I did have goals of wanting to be like a wildlife conservationist with like big cats, like a big cat rescue and such.
Interesting.
So that was
Ooh.
something I was looking into at one point.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've never thought anything like that. You want to work with animals and stuff like that because
I'm obsessed
Yeah,
with
no.
animals, and that was like one of my biggest things growing up. Like I was always like on the Discovery Channel or like the Animal Planet channel. And there was this one guy in particular. He literally had a whole channel of him like having like this whole like wildlife like I forgot the actual name, but like he had like
Conservatory.
yes, thank you. And he had big cats. He had hyenas, which was really cool, and they got to like learn about like their hierarchy, and they run like how did they run on? They run on a matriarchy, and that was really cool to learn about it stuff. He had like all types of different animals there, and like I just stayed obsessed with that as a kid, just watching it.
I can't work with animals.
I couldn't either. Yeah.
I can't do it.
I love animals.
I don't like my
love
own
dogs.
dog. I just I just don't like my own dog.
He's
Yo.
bored. I could just tell by his face he's about to say something about that dog.
I don't. It's just like my dog is a Chihuahua and he just be barking and shit. I'm like, yo.
No.
Oh
I
gosh,
can't
don't
handle
remind me about
Chihuahua.
mine.
Oh, I don't like Chihuahua.
I mean, he's
I'm
like- he's
not gonna
mixed.
Not every
lie.
day.
He's mixed though, but like he's a Chihuahua but mixed. But it's like, with Chihuahuas, they small. They just bark.
default.
Mhm.
Mixed with
Yeah.
Chihuahua.
I met a
equals
couple
bark
chill
galore.
ones.
That's
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
Some chill ones.
He need to be
I
barking
met
for
a
no
couple
reason.
Mine
of chill
ain't.
ones. When they be chill, they be kind of fire. When they be chill, they be fire. Any other time though, they be mean. Like Chihuahuas are real life ankle biters, man. Like they really are.
Mm-hmm. Like my dog don't bite. He just barks a lot. That shit just be pissing me off. And like sometimes
Agreed.
you can hear him in the background bark. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. You ain't even barking for real. Like
Mhm.
you can just see somebody walking past in the back and he just barking for no reason. Like, bro, nobody even looking at your direction. That shit just make
For
me
me,
mad.
it don't even always be my dog. To those who come to my streams, y'all be hearing it. I even stop my conversation. I'll be listening in. Like y'all hear the neighborhood dog coalition arguing outside.
Right.
Something's going on. They beefing or something.
I'm like, what these dogs be talking about though? Like what they beefing about?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I be stopping and listening, even my own stream. I'm like, y'all hear that? Something
They
going
just be
on.
hearing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a question for you, silly.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get a little controversial real quick.
Oh
Alright.
Lord. Here
Oop, oop.
So, do you think platforms like Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Kick, Twitter treat their creators fairly? Why or why not?
As a collective, or like,
Yeah.
I will say that it's nuanced. And I definitely feel like it's one of those. I'd be lying if I said favoritism doesn't play a factor in every single platform, because at the end of the day, it's all a business and they're going to better favor the ones that are making them more money.
Prioritize
So,
them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then even within, it's like I can only look at it objectively, because if I look at it from a personal perspective, like it's just not fun. It's not a fun angle. It's just not a fun way of just, I guess, taking in things, and then you feel like you're comparing and then everything else. So you can only look at it objectively. And then when I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking objectively, I can only accept it from a business stance of trying to make sense of why they do what they do. Like, especially with like Twitch or YouTube, because at the end of the day, especially when they're like, oh, they just did this update, and like, why did they do this? Nobody asked for this, and I'm like, probably because the stakeholders wanted it. If the
Mm-hmm.
stakeholders want it, they can't say no, because that's the people
Mm-hmm.
giving them that's who runs it. Without the stakeholders, it's
Yeah,
not
that's where they get
there.
their bank from.
Pretty much. I'm like, if that's what they want, they can't say no. It doesn't matter what we want. At the end of the day, if that's what they want to do, that's what they're gonna do. It doesn't matter what we want.
Indeed. And also, I have another question.
Oh,
do
back
you
to back.
think as streamers have a responsibility to address issues in society like mental health, politics, and social justice?
That varies.
Mm,
Um, I would say if that's something you already disclosed in your content, that's something that is already part of, in a way, your branding,
mm-hmm.
then in that case, I would say I feel like it's not so easy as like a yes or a no. I feel like you can be an advocate, but it's also not unfair to be like, I'm just not going to talk about this because I'm not nuanced enough, or I'm not educated enough, or I don't know enough to really have a black and white side of how I feel or anything of that sort. But I definitely feel like if you're going to have any kind of stance, do your education, do your research of, anything that you're going to claim on any kind of social standing on. But also, there is also an angle I would feel of moral responsibility, as far as like when it comes to the more subjective stuff like mental health and such. I'm not saying like, oh, like I'm going to be your therapist and I can talk to you about your troubled childhood or anything like that. But I do feel like, because in a sense, there are people in your community that, they follow you, in the sense they kind of do look up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it would be, I don't know if I'd say responsibility, but it would definitely at least be a advantage towards your community to at least have those sources for them to have that. So that way, even if like, I can be an open ear at best if you need to vent, but if something is like really serious going on or something of that sort, I can give you these resources. Or I can give you maybe something from like, I myself am in therapy, so I'm not perfect. I'm not like, I don't got all the answers. I'm still figuring shit out myself. But I can give you tips that my therapist said, or I can do certain things like that, and just, I feel like at the least we're able to provide advice
That's
in those sources.
okay. That's good to hear. That's a very good answers all the way. I just feel like, you
Yeah.
know what? If you go and talk about those type of things, make sure you got some facts to back up with it, you know? 'Cause everybody feel like
Yeah.
they're a know-it-all. And I hate fucking know-it-all too. I hate them. It's like,
Uh,
if you
I
go
don't
and
know any.
talk that, huh?
But no, I don't know anything.
He's
I
like, oh,
Google it.
yeah, I Google it too. I Google stuff. I make sure I do my research first before I start talking about those certain things, you know, because
Mhm.
everybody feel like they know. Everybody feel like they're detectives and they know everything. They know all the answers. Like, bro, you don't know a damn thing. You're not. You're not a specialist, you know. But yeah, let me see another. Anybody got any questions for Silly?
So I did have one question. So, Silly, with the games you play,
Mhm.
how does your like schedule, or like do you play the one game to its perfection, to perfection, to its completion, and then you move on, or do you like just switch between streams, or sometimes in the stream you do like an hour of this game, hour of that game? How does that work for you?
I wish I could say it's to a schedule, but honestly, it really just depends on how I feel. Because I've had games like I really enjoy them, but for whatever reason, I just either can't fit into my schedule, or I just like end up losing time trying to play it, or I just might forget to pick it back up, and then something else falls into my lap, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting, like new shiny thing. So now I'm playing this instead, or I might have like a key for something and they're like, oh, we want you to cover it by this time. So then I'm making sure it's in my schedule by this time so I can give them the cover. So it really just depends.
Okay, yeah, that's how I am too. Like, I'm playing a game for a while though, and then it'd be a whole new game. Like, oh shit, it's a brand new game. Let me just play this one, and then I just put that one in the backlog. I might not go to that game again. That shit just stays
Yep.
there as long as God knows what.
Yep.
It goes like that. I don't feel like, you know what? I don't even call it a backlog no more. It's just like, you know, you was playing this game at one point, just got interest to another game, you know.
Mm.
Just done playing that game, you done playing that game. It's like, all right, cool, let's go to the next one. It is what it is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fortnite for me. Like, I could play Fortnite for a while until another game comes out, and then
Mhm.
Fortnite would be in the backlog until I'm ready to come back and play it again. It'd be
Right.
like that. It'd be like that.
Mhm.
And I do have a question. I just reminded myself just now.
Mhm.
Do you think that streamers or content creators should share their personal struggles with their audience, or should there be a line between a private and a public life?
I say that's up to the streamers' discretion with their community.
Mm-hmm.
And I also say that with also a disclaimer that parasocial culture is very alive and well. So if that is something they choose to do, if you feel like you're that close with your community and trust them, that's awesome. But also at the same time, it is still the internet and you don't know who is in your community. And, you just never know what people are capable of. And like I said, there's a lot of scary people out there. Like they will, they'll find your location, they'll know where you live, they know where you work. Yeah, you never know like who's just, watching from the shadows and all that. So it's like it's up to I can't make anyone do anything that they do or don't want to do. But, it's just one of those, just be aware of all the possibilities of where that could go.
Mm. I was,
Yeah.
and speaking about parasocial, that was my next question. How do you
Ugh.
handle and how do you handle that with fans who feel they feel so attached with you?
Fortunately, I haven't had to deal with that, thankfully.
We
As
good.
I feel my community is pretty chill and respectful. If I ever have, I've only had maybe a few people come into chat trying to get real, like, familiar with such, trying to ask real personal questions. Typically, I just block. It's just like I don't trust whatever intentions this is going into. This is past just innocent questions. It feels like I'm filling out a job application at this point. So it's like, yeah, no, we're done. I don't like this. But
No warnings,
I
just a
mean,
block.
listen, them boxes are plenty. Them boxes are plenty. Listen, it takes quite the audacity for me to block a person, but the minute it just don't feel right, I'm just like, you get one warning. After that, you're done. Like, I don't play when it comes to my privacy.
Nah, see,
But
See, for me, when it comes to like when I'm a mod of somebody's stream, somebody asks
Mhm.
some personal questions or kind of asking like questions that's kind of like fucking weird. I'll be ready to press that ban button. Yo, I'll be ready. I'll be on go.
I
Give me the
get you.
word. Give me the
I be,
word.
I be the same. I be ready
I'll
to like, no,
say,
no, not yet. I'm
yeah.
like, are you sure?
If someone comes into my chat and does that personally, I'll do the honors my damn self and ban them myself. Because that
Mm.
lets you know that it's personal and you already broke a boundary before even getting to know me.
Mm-hmm.
No
Like,
questions to
don't.
ask.
This is going to go into pet peeves, which is actually my next question for everybody in here.
Mm.
But that's one of my biggest pet peeves is randoms coming in, trolling, or trying to ask you personal stuff. Like they know you when they don't. And, they're first time chatter. So they're doing the weird,
Mm-hmm.
creepy shit. It's like, already, don't even get involved with me in my community.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's
so what are
Like,
your
that's mad weird.
so what are your pet peeves, Silly? When like stuff like that.
It could be as a streamer or content creator or even from a supporter perspective.
Yeah.
It's like I'm almost patting myself on the back. So I'm like, I've been so good at respecting my boundaries. I can't think of any right now. um, but I don't know. I'd have to think about that because I'm pretty good at like removing myself like instantly from spaces if I just feel like something's just off or something
Mm.
instantly just makes me feel like something ain't right or that interaction ain't sitting well with me. So I just come kind of just quick to just be like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't want to ponder it. I don't want to figure it
Mm-hmm.
out because then I feel like I'm a gaslight myself. So I'm just like, I don't need it. Just don't need to be here. I don't need to be in this space.
All right, that's a good question. That's a good answer. Definitely a good
Yeah.
answer. So, what are your thoughts on the toxicity or drama within the streaming community?
Don't got nothing to do with me. I mind my
That
business.
part.
I mind my business. Don't got
Make
nothing
that a
to do with
shirt,
me.
silly. I need that on a t-shirt now.
Literally, I'm just
That don't
like
got nothing to do with me or totally not my problem on the
Mm.
backside.
it's so unfortunate when I see stuff like that happen too, and then it turns into screenshots and then everything else, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't even know how it got. Like, how did it get that? Like, I'm not gonna be like, placing blame on nobody or whatever, but it just in the back of my mind, I'm like, how did y'all manage to let it get so far?
That's what I'd be
Mm-hmm.
saying
And then,
too.
and then it's like, I don't know, when it just gets on a big platform and all that point, then it's just like, I don't. It gets so messy after a
Mm-hmm.
while, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's just like, even when all stuff's said and done, it's like, how do you even really clean up past all that? So it's just the mental gymnastics in my head is just like
You
I wouldn't be
And
able to
then it
do.
still lingers. Like your community, especially
Yeah.
if it's between two massive communities, they're gonna be beefing with
Oh
each other, trying
yeah.
to pick sides. And it's like,
Right.
if
It's
you're
like
cool
even.
with both parties, just stay
Hmm.
the fuck out of it. It's
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
simple.
Mm-hmm.
Hold
Yeah.
your own ground. Don't let nobody convince you into that. It's because that's what
Yeah.
they want. People feed into that type of stuff.
Hmm.
And they only
It's just.
pick one side too. They don't want to listen to the other side. Once they have a side, they ain't trying to listen to the other side. It's all right, cool, fuck it. It is what it is.
Really, I don't want to listen to none of it.
Yeah, same here. It's like that's y'all problem. That's y'all beef. Don't bring me into this shit.
Right.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Unless it's somebody that writes my checks, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Like, well, if it's stopping my bills, and it's like, okay, well, now we got a
Right.
problem.
yeah,
Right. It's
exactly.
like now I'm actually
Now you
jump
taking
ship
foot off my right. Now
because
you
you
taking
playing
foot
with
off
my
my
money.
table.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
playing
want
with my money is playing with my emotions and my livelihood.
to
Okay.
Now it's an issue.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But people love to be toxic and be in drama. Like, y'all don't get tired of that shit. I'm not. I'm just saying in general.
Probably
Like
narcissist.
yeah, like
People
y'all
just like the attention.
Boom.
people like the
Mhm.
attention. I'm like, bro, I was like, it's too much attention for me.
People do
I
like the
want
attention. Yeah.
like y'all love being toxic. Like people just love being toxic. Like that shit is weird. Like I just don't know how people be acting. Be just toxic as hell. Like
It starts in the home.
that is
It
true.
always
Mm-hmm.
home.
Mm-hmm.
Like who hurt you? Like who hurt you?
Literally, who hurt
Yeah,
you?
I don't even want to know that.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to know who hurt you because I know you've been hurt. Just don't
Mm-mm.
bring that shit to me
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and
Maybe,
try to
and maybe
cause me to
they
get
just
hurt.
and they just think it's normal.
Yeah.
That shit ain't normal.
Mhm.
That shit not normal, yo. If people think that shit normal, then something's wrong. Something is clearly
And the
wrong with your
problem
head.
is some people feel that it's an excuse for them to basically be a dickhead. No, it's not. Because when you
Mhm.
reach that age to where you get a better understanding whether this happened at home or you grew up this way or whatever the case
Mhm.
may be, at that point, you're consciously old enough to make that decision on your own. Do I want to break this curse or do I want to continue it and bring it to the general public?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
there's no damn excuse for you being a total dickhead
Right.
just because of your past. You can change your future based off your present decision.
Mhm.
But nobody's ready for that conversation.
They're not. No one want to hear the harsh truth or the brutal honesty. When you try to be honest with them, it's like you trying to hurt them. No, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just being honest with you there, buddy. You just don't know how to handle the trust. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can handle the truth. You can tell me the truth. I'm saying, all right, cool, bet.
But
Still
you
gonna be
sure
hurt though.
about that? Because I'm gonna tell it to you straight. You're an asshole, and even I want to punch you in the throat.
I hate when people say I can handle the truth and stuff like that, but it's like, can you really
No,
handle
you
the truth
can't.
though? Like, it's gonna hurt you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, but it's gonna hurt you. How it hurts you, it's all up to you. That's all I be saying. However I tell you, it's gonna hurt you. Take it however you want.
Yeah, so I'm that brutally honest person. I'm just gonna say it how it comes out. So you're
Same.
either gonna be mad or you're gonna be thankful for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
I'm actually a nice person with a heart. I may come off a little crazy with how I talk, a little aggressive or whatnot, but I promise you I do have a heart.
Nah, you
Yeah.
got at some point, yo, you gotta talk aggressive to some of these people. That's how they fucking fully understand what you're trying to say. You can't be
Mhm.
talking all that nice and shit because they ain't gonna take you seriously. Until you talk
Right.
aggressive, that's when like, oh shit, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do. And that's what we need to tell our content creators slash streamers for those who feel like, they're not getting the views or, people not coming to their streams and they complaining and bitching about it. It's like, you gotta be honest with them. Stop sweet talking these motherfuckers, yo. You gotta be honest with them. Cause sometimes it's like they feel like, you trying to come at them crazy and stuff like that. You're really not. You gotta tell them the honesty. Like sometimes where you might not get the views that you get. It might be days where you might get 1 or 2 viewers consistently, and you just gotta learn, like, not everybody gonna be in your streams like that because people work, people got their
Right.
families to take care of, or
Mhm.
people that are things, people don't really come to your stream because they don't like your content. Point blank, period. And just because you
Right.
put your go live notification on Twitter or whatever and people repost or like it, does not guarantee them they'll come to your stream. They just, they'll show their support, but don't expect them to come to your stream because they retweet your post or like it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Sometimes you gotta give them the honesty. You just gotta tell them straight up.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. Anybody else got something? Anybody else got a question for Silly?
I would say, is there so as far as like your content and stuff, is there anything new coming up? Like maybe a new game you're thinking about playing or collabs?
I know that I'll be doing. I believe I'm doing a collab later with one of the guilds I'm in. I believe I have to double check, but um, essentially it's kind of like a community like crab game night. If any of y'all have heard of the crab game.
Yeah, I heard
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we'll be
Okay.
doing that. I believe it'll be later on tonight. But I mean, I like doing collabs with like different, whether it's like the guild members or just people like I've gotten to know with like being in their streams or meeting, through the community and stuff like that. Um, since it's October, I'll be doing more spooky games. I actually just finished Amanda the Adventurer.
Mm.
That was fun.
That game is creepy in a
Ooh-wee.
way.
It's very creepy.
That game
I
is
kind of
That one
creepy.
right there.
I
Like,
like it though because okay, for it to be like a horror game, I like games like that where honestly the stress is not the dying. Because you can only
Mhm.
die one way. Like that's it. And that everything else is just figuring the puzzles out and figuring what you need to do next and how to get there.
it's the
Granted,
look. It's the little girl for me, Amanda. It's just her. It's like, bruh, she just scared herself. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'll be watching people's streams when he playing that shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this girl? Like,
Yeah, there's like a whole lore with it, but I think there's like at least like what, like 4 or 5 endings in
It's
it.
quite a few, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
and then I think you need to have at least like 2 of them to get to like the true ending of the
I
game, which
think
I was
so.
just like, yeah, because you have like the default, which is like the basic one, and everything after that, I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know how they got past this one ending. I think I got 2 endings by luck, and then after that, I was like, I gotta look this up because I have no idea what I'm supposed to do past here, and it was just like I could only imagine what kind of mental gymnastics this person was going through because I would have never figured this out at all.
Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to YouTube because YouTube got everything. You type it in, they probably got it for you.
Seriously.
All
Yeah.
right, so
Hopefully I'll be doing the second one.
there's a second one to this shit.
Oh yeah, it comes out. Wait, is it? I think it's already out.
Oh shit! I thought it was over it. Damn. Y'all bring that creepy ass girl again?
Hold on, let me double check.
Ah shit! You gotta bring this creepy ass girl
I've been
again.
seeing that in
3 days.
like
3 days. Comes
Oh,
out in
wow.
3 days. Yeah, 22nd.
Damn.
Oh damn. Well, I'm not playing that out. That's for sure. I ain't playing that shit. That girl creepy, man. I'm telling you, Amanda's creepy. She be fucking up that goat or the sheep up. I'm like, yo, what the hell that girl be doing to you, my boy? Like, leave. His name's Willie.
Willie, yeah.
Like, damn, Willie, you let that girl
gotta
fuck
find
you
out.
up?
We gotta find out the lore. Gotta find out the story.
All right, so my last question is, what advice would you give to a streamer or content creator who is like brand new to this whole thing? What advice would you give to that person?
Know what you're doing it for and be
Mm,
realistic.
mm,
Like if you're doing it to essentially long term like make money out of it, treat it like a hustle. But if you're just doing it for your own, pleasures, like, oh, I just want to stream with my friends and blah blah blah, then treat it as such. But again, be realistic.
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody
Totally
feel
agree.
like you're a streamer. You know, people come like, especially if you're brand new to this whole community thing. People gonna think like, oh, I'm gonna do my first stream. People gonna start coming in, start showing me love, and this, that, and the third. That's not the
Unfortunately, it
case.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah, of
Nope.
course not. And some people lose, and some people quit before they actually get into the shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, you just weak minded. You just a weak minded ass motherfucker. I'm sorry for being harsh, but that's just the reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, you
But
gotta.
just need people to just really just let them be aware of the reality.
Mhm.
And it's like it's nice to hear like on a sentimental level of like, oh, just stream what you can and enjoy. Like on a sentimental note, it is lovely to hear like as a reminder if I get burned out, but you still have to be able to accept the reality of it may take a while before you really gain traction. Even if you are consistent, like you could be streaming every day and doing it for like what 4 or 5 months straight to a year, and you could still only maybe have like up to like maybe 300, 400 followers. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that may not be to the pacing of what they want it to be. And it's just like, okay, well, then you have to start looking at criticism, from the outside looking in. Are they, what content does it seem like you're getting more people in on? Are you enjoying that? If so, how can you make this more enticing for people to watch? And like, you really have to start treating it as a business at that point.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
like something you want to do for financial gain down the line. Like I said, you really got to like look at it as a hustle and really just start wondering like, okay, how can I best invest in this to get my money's worth back into it? And
Indeed.
also with that, then you got to look into like what's making it worth me spending my money into it, because you got to get the gear, you got to get the the hardware, the software, with all the stuff with the streaming stuff. So it's like, are you putting in enough to make that investment worth it at that point?
I want to give two advice to those who want to become streamers or content creators. One, and I will recommend this to everybody. Please do not stream 7 days a week for 78 hours straight. Don't do it because you will get burnt out. I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care what nobody says. It is a fact. You will get burnt out streaming 7 days a
Very,
week
very burnt out.
Very
That's
burned out.
scary.
for
Yeah.
7, 8 hours. That's number one. Number two, do your research if you want like to invest into doing the streaming business, streaming community, whatever you want to call it. Like when it comes to PC building, research. Don't just buy shit just to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make sure you have a motherboard, a processor, graphics card, PC case, stuff like that. People just buy stuff just to buy stuff and not really knowing how it really works. Because sometimes there might be some components that's compatible or not. And you just wasted money at that point. Then you gotta get a refund. Then you gotta wait until you get your refund back, and then you gotta get the right parts for it. That's another thing too that people gotta really think about.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay. I want to piggyback off of what both of y'all said. When Silly said be realistic, that means to not come in with these super high ass expectations. Please don't put
Mhm.
yourself through that.
mm-hmm.
Just
Same
come
thing.
in
Come in
first
with no
off.
expectations.
Exactly. Don't expect anything because even the people you're closest with aren't always going to be able to be there for you. They're there in spirit, but
Mhm.
you're not going to be able to have that interaction like you always want in all of your streams, whether you're
Mhm.
affiliated, no matter what your status is. So
Correct.
for one, don't come in with unrealistic and super high expectations because in this streaming world, there's so many of us that's doing the same thing. You will get humbled with the quickness and not even realize it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I agree.
two, try to find a group to join, at least if you're starting out, until you can build a foundation of your own community. But do
Mhm.
not forget who you started off with. Don't
Mhm.
forget those people because that comes a long fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's another thing too, because some people when they get to like to a certain level of content creation or streaming, when they get to like the affiliate status, most definitely, they tend to forget the people that got you there. Like, be mindful. You wouldn't be affiliate if me and other people that fuck with you from the very beginning got you to affiliate. That's
Right.
what people fuck up on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what people
So
fucked up on.
don't forget your OG and vet homies that started the shit out with you. Definitely don't forget them.
Mm-hmm. And to piggyback what Lex said about like joining the community or joining like groups and stuff like that, make sure you join a group for the right reasons. Because people nowadays would just join groups because that person joined the group. Like on social media, people like post their like, oh, I joined this group and that group. You'd be like, I'm gonna sign up for it. Just to sign up, and just to take just to let people know that they in a group. Like, make sure you join a group for the right reasons. Don't just join
Remember,
because go ahead.
the group is more than just a name.
Exactly.
That's the misconception a lot of people don't get. You have to network behind closed doors, whether you're live streaming or not. Like you
Mhm.
have to really try to talk to people, figure out what common interests y'all have, what games y'all want to play, and try to figure out who you can actually collab with. Because you
Indeed.
can't collab with everybody. You don't want to just collab with people who's your first time talking to. You got to scope people out first. So
Mhm.
this piggybacks off of what Dre said. Do your research. And also, when it comes to computer upgrades and stuff, you don't have to rush for all of that.
Yeah, take your time
A
with
lot
it.
of us started off with something as simple as one monitor, our phones, and a console and a camera to that console. So
Right.
don't
Mhm.
feel like you have to literally go out the ass to get these upgrades and stuff to start off. You don't need all that. You don't even have to have your camera on.
Exactly.
Right.
And going
Yeah.
back to, go ahead, Cam.
Yeah, like being realistic, I feel like that really applied to me because, I do work. I work from sometimes, 8 to 4 can be 7 to 6. You know what I mean? And it's just
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
the time I don't have a lot of it. I try to schedule around what I do. Even then, it's not for it's at most 4 hours. And like Lex said, I got the second monitor maybe what is it? It's October, about 5 months ago. I was just doing one monitor, had the chat on my phone. I didn't know but sometimes, my also advice would be ask the more veteran streamers for, some tips. Cause like when I first started this, I had no idea what a raid was. I did not know I had, I had to manually program notifications for when I got a follow and things like that. So yeah, I'm still learning about some of the stuff. So
Like
I
it,
would say,
like it's
yeah,
true. You wanna, do you want to learn from people who've been doing this shit for years? But sometimes you gotta find out on your own because there's some people out here that like to gatekeep, and there's certain
yeah,
things, and there's certain things you could gatekeep. And there's certain things that you might want to share with the people, but
Mm.
just find things out on your own. Just makes it better. Or if you can't, you just find somebody that knows they've been doing this shit for months or years. I prefer years of doing this shit, and they willing to help. They willing to help. I was gonna say something too, but um, oh yeah, just to piggyback when what Lex said about collaborating with other content creators, stuff like that. Just make sure you do your research and stuff like that, and make sure it's a
Yeah.
good collab.
Mhm.
Make sure it's a good collab because sometimes everybody want to collab with somebody, and then it might not be a good thing.
Yeah.
Might
You
not
got,
be a good mix all the time.
you gotta find that right chemistry between
Mhm.
you and that person, or with multiple people.
Mhm.
And last but not least, to basically try to end this off. Damn, I had it in my head. Oh yeah, remember, you are your own biggest critic. So
Mhm.
if you're struggling with audience retention or views or whatever your goal is, remember, you got to also critique yourself sometimes. You don't have to push yourself too hard, but go back to your VODs or go back to your footage or really reflect on yourself and be like, if I was not myself and I was in somebody else's shoes coming to my channel for the first time, would I even watch this? What could I do better on as a streamer?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Or what could I incorporate or do? Or, okay, this game isn't getting enough attention and I'm not even enjoying it myself. I'm going to try this.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta, it's literally, as I say, every single podcast episode, trial and error. Figure it out
Mm-hmm.
on your own and take a little bit of input from your community, but also be aware, within yourself of the content that you're presenting.
Yep, because
Mhm.
Make
everybody's watching.
sure you be yourself, be your authentic self. Don't do that fake online persona shit because people will see right through it
Mm-hmm.
and you will not grow.
Indeed.
Mhm.
All right. So, anybody else got anything to say before I end it? You all good?
I don't.
All right. Well, Silly, thank you for stopping by. It was a pleasure to meet you and talking to you and stuff like that. And
Thank you for having me.
you're welcome. Hope everything goes well for you in the future. All right.
Same to y'all. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Mhm.
Have a good day now. Peace.